in a minute here. Okay, I think we may be live. Cool. All right, guys. If you guys can hear us, I think we may be live. Let me double check here real quick, because you never know with this Google Hangout thingy here. If you guys can hear me, go ahead and tell everybody to refresh their screens. Welcome everybody to our Hangout here. We will be getting started, guys. As people are going to refresh their screens, let's take another. I'm going to take like 2 minutes maximum here, and then we're going to get started here. Okay. Welcome everybody. Again, tell people to refresh their screens real quick, and then we'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna put some music on here real quick. What do you guys want to listen to?
Salsa, of course.
You like salsa, huh, Miles? Hey, dude, I hear you like really good at salsa dancing and stuff.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So, yeah, somebody said, hey man, you should have seen Miles dance salsa. All right, cool. We can put salsa, man. We can do salsa. We're getting started, guys. As people are gonna refresh their screens, let's take another. All right, we need to mute. You guys need to mute out. Okay. All right, we'll be starting in like 2 minutes, and we'll put some salsa here real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, if you're just joining us here, I'll tell you we are starting in less than 2 minutes, actually, as people are refreshing their screens. Just tell everybody to refresh their screens in the chat box, and we'll be getting started here momentarily, guys. Less than 2 minutes, we're going live. All right. I got my. All right. How many people we got here? You guys want to see something crazy? Look, I got like 3 different computers. Frank Montes, our designer, he's like, dude, you gotta play some more dance music. All right, everybody, welcome to our hangout tonight. Let me show you guys something really crazy here. Let me see if I got it here. Hold on. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you something here. I'm going to do my screen share real quick. I've never actually done the screen share desktop. I'm going to share my entire desktop. Okay, so you guys can see this. Check it out. This is how many people we got online right now. See that right there?
Wow.
14,000. 14,501 people.
That's amazing.
Okay, just refreshed it.
Wow.
14,503 people right there. All right. Now it's a little weird because this live fire shows I got 3 different computers running and it's giving me 3 different numbers on that. So we got a lot of people on tonight, friends. It's gonna be awesome. So here is the deal. Let me go back and stop sharing. How do I get back to where I see myself? Anybody know?
Oh, just click on that button, the share screen button, screen share button.
Did you guys see my screen that I was sharing?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're back. Yeah. You're back.
Okay, and then let's see, and then I just go on Google Hangouts, yeah?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you can see me now?
No.
Not right now.
Anymore.
Yeah,
Now, yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and get going, guys. I'm fired up. I think this can possibly be the biggest event as far as Google Hangout in our industry. And I have been online for 8 years, give or take. But there's lots of people here, guys. So here is the deal. All right. Get ready. Take some notes, okay, my friends. I don't know many of you. I know probably a lot of you, right? A lot of you guys have seen my videos. A lot of you guys have seen what we're doing. Big Idea Mastermind, all this good stuff. The intention for tonight is 2 things. All right. Number 1, guys, I'm going to inspire you, okay, to go out there and make a lot of money, regardless what you do. Okay, that's my promise number 1 to you. Okay. Promise number 2 is I will give you. I'll give you about 6 or 7 different ideas tonight, okay, that can help you go out there and increase your income by 3 to 5 to 10 times. Okay. In fact, what I'll do is I'll give you some ideas that's going to be worth at least $250,000 to you. Okay. So if you are, if you came here because you wanted to increase your business, you wanted to get more sales, you wanted to build your business faster and easier, okay, you're in the right place. We're going to be talking about that because I don't know everything, but I know a few things when it comes to making money online. I say, for those of you guys who know me, who know my story, I got started online about 8 years ago, and very I had very humble beginnings. My background was not internet marketing. My background was nothing really. I was just kind of this guy who was dabbling to different things, and got married when I was 20 years old, and realized that what I was doing, working for a bank, being a collections rep, right, calling people and asking them for a credit card payment that they didn't pay for the last month or last several months, was not going to get me to where I wanted to go. I wanted to provide better things for my family, for my wife, and I started to search around, and I came across this industry. I came across this online marketing community, and I got hooked on the idea. I got hooked on the idea of working for yourself and being able to control your life. Okay, just like many of you guys are here tonight. You're looking for something better, friends. One thing I always say on my webinars is that you can really get anything that you want in life, okay, if you have the right resources, if you have the right people, and if you hang out with the right people. What changed everything for me is, and I'm not going to go into my story a lot, just for those of you guys who don't know a lot of my background, what changed everything for me is when I came across, when I found myself a mentor, somebody who was genuine, somebody who was legit, and the guy was earning about $200,000 a month at that time, and I said, I want to be that guy. I want to get what he has. I want to do what he does. I want to live the kind of lifestyle he lives. And I was broke. I had to borrow $30,000 to get started, and I was broker than broke. I was green, did not know what I was doing, and I submitted to my mentor, and I said, if he can, if he does what he does, right, I'm going to listen to him. And folks, I was just fortunate enough. I'm not somebody special. I'm not, I don't have any magical abilities. I was just fortunate enough to have that mentor come into my life early in my career. This was back about 8 years ago. And I was smart enough to listen to him. And so what I was able to do is completely turn my life around, completely turn my business around for the better. We went from living in a tiny 350 square feet apartment, 1 bedroom, to living a lifestyle that we don't have to worry about nothing. And I don't know if you know that feeling, It's awesome. And so I'm on a mission right now to create as many success stories as possible. So what I will do right now for you guys, right, is I would like to share with you some ideas. First of all, there's going to be 3 things we're going to be talking about tonight on this webinar. Thing number 1, and this is what I want to get into right away, okay, is how do you start from scratch, right, and how do you build a $10,000 per month income quick, okay? How do you do that? Question is that even possible, right? The answer is absolutely, okay? Absolutely possible. So I'm going to share with you 7 steps, okay, my friends? 7 steps that if you're taking notes, it might be a good idea for you to take some notes to how you can turn your marketing around, how you can turn your business around, regardless of what you do, okay? Every single time when I do these webinars, I have 3 intentions, okay? Number 1 is I want to inspire you to realize that, you can do this thing. If you're on this webinar, if you have been searching for ways to make money online, if you have been searching for different, ways to build your online business, my friends, this is real. All right, this is real. This business is real, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're promoting somebody's product, if you're promoting your own product, if you are, an affiliate, if you're selling stuff on whatever, tangible stuff, right? You can build this business how you want it. Okay, you can build this business to the levels that is just, it's going to give you the lifestyle you always wanted. So that's number 1. Thing number 2 is I want to teach people how to do what I do. Okay, and I do a lot of testing, a lot of experimenting. I do a lot of a lot of just trial and error with a lot of things, right? And so the stuff that's working for me personally, okay, I teach that to others. Right, and so I can create more success stories. Okay, I'll tell you why in a minute here, and you don't have to believe a word I'm going to tell you on this webinar. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm not here to impress you. I just want to share with you some things that will help you build your business. I just want to spread some goodwill. And then thing number 3 is anytime I do a webinar or a live cast or a hangout, is I want to inject this motivation into you, if you will. You know what I mean? To really motivate you to go out there and take action. Because, my friend, nothing happens until you take action, right? Nothing happens until somebody takes action. Okay, so that's kind of the what I do on each of these, every one of the webinars that I do. And so I'm going to share with you some things. Okay, guys. Hopefully, this stuff will help you take your business to the next level. Thing number 2 for tonight is we're going to talk about, we are releasing something very, very special, something pretty awesome, okay? And I call this the 10K challenge, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, how to get accepted, how to participate, all that good stuff. But the bottom line is this, okay? With the 10K challenge, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking some people, and the intention, okay? The intention is to help those who participate, okay, who get accepted into the challenge, is to help you guys go from wherever you are today, okay, to help you build a $10,000 per month income. And my goal is to get you there by the 31st of October, okay, October 31st of this year, not 2014, not 2015, okay, this year, okay. You guys down for that? Let me know in the comments real quick. Let me know in the comments real quick, and then we're gonna proceed, okay? And I know the comments are lagging a little bit, so hopefully you guys are cool. We're gonna move on because we have a lot of stuff, a lot of content. As you guys see, I have some people here with me on the panel. These guys are making things happen, and so I'm gonna share with you my strategies that I personally implement in the business. Right? How do we go out there and I mean, how do we put together an event where 15,000 people show up? okay, just like this one. And I showed you guys the screen share, right? And we can do one right now. I mean, we got just over 15,000 people actually watching this right now, all over the world. How do you do that? Okay, how do I go from not making money? How do I go from being broke? Okay, and getting some ideas and taking action on some of those ideas and building, a business to where you don't have to worry about nothing in your life. And folks, that's inspiring. Okay. Somebody's saying that they're getting an echo. So if you guys are on a panel, if you can mute your microphone until I give you the microphone, that'd be awesome. So we don't have the panels. Okay. Okay.
Also, Vick, a lot of people are saying they don't know how to refresh. If we can just explain to them to hit the F5, and then after they hit the F5 to go ahead and press play, because they don't know how to refresh, and I can't comment on there. If not, I would tell them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you guys can comment, I'm not in the comments right now, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about there in the comments. I don't even see the comments. But yeah, if you just tell people to hit F5 or whatever, just right-click on the screen and click refresh, that will refresh their screen. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's talk about some basics, guys. Okay. Let's talk about some basics. I want to give you a lot of content tonight. I want to give you solid gold content. Okay, that you can apply in your business tonight. You can go out there, you can take action. This is the stuff that I have been, I've learned. Some of this stuff I learned from my mentor, some of this stuff I learned from just trial and error, some of this stuff I learned from just being fortunate enough to be around people who are playing this game on a whole different level than I am. I just came from the, not too long ago, from New York, where I was hanging out with, at a mastermind where people who, the qualifications to be in the room, you have to earn at least $1 million a year net. You have to pay $25,000 to be in the room, and I was just fortunate enough to be around those people. And some of these ideas are true across the board, right, with whatever business they're building and things like that. So, but for this sake, right, for what you and I are doing, and I assume that if you're on this hangout, you are an internet marketer, right, and you are looking for ways to build your business. So we're going to be talking about that stuff tonight. Okay, how do you become the best internet marketer you can be? How do you become great? How do you command? How do you decide how much income to earn, right? And just having this ability to go out there and earn it, going out there and get it. Okay. First of all, is this. As an internet marketer, we're going to start out with basics, and I'm going to lay this on the top of each other. I'm going to give you guys some really, really golden stuff tonight, okay? So, if we just think logically, okay, I like to just kind of step away from the business a lot of times and just kind of look at the business from a bird's eye view, kind of look at the business from up above, because you see things that you cannot see when you're in the business. When you look at your business, you cannot, when you look at your business, you cannot, a lot of times you can see things that you cannot see when you're in your business, if that makes sense, okay? So when we are building this business online, right, what do we need to be successful? Well, number one, we need to have some tools, okay? We need to have something to promote. We need to have an ability to earn commission. So in other words, we need to have a product. We need to have some kind of something that we're going to sell, okay? I'm going to assume that all of you guys have something that you can sell, okay, out there tonight. I assume that you have an ability, you have some basic tools like autoresponder and things like that, and a website. That's really like the basic stuff we don't even need to talk about, okay? What I do want to talk about is how do you become great. How do you 10x yourself? Okay, how do you elevate yourself above the crowd as an internet marketer, and just really play this game at the level that just a totally different level than what everybody else is playing it. Okay, so here are some strategies. Okay, my friend. Before you do anything significant in this industry, okay, you have to first of all believe that you're going to do it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, let's talk about how do you get from wherever you are right now, and I don't know maybe you're at 0, maybe you're at 2,000 a month, maybe you're at 200 a month. How do you get that to $10,000 per month? Okay, if we just kind of set this number, okay, $10,000 per month in income, and you want to get there, okay, how do you do that? Okay, what are some steps that will help you do that? Because here's the truth, my friends, okay? Everybody who starts an online business, right? Everybody in our industry, affiliate marketing, network marketing, all that good stuff, they all want to be successful, don't we? Okay? We all want to be successful, but how is it? Why is it that some marketers make it on a big scale, okay, and 98% or 99% of marketers are struggling, okay? What is the disconnect there? Okay. Thing number one, if you're writing things down, is this: if you want to earn whatever amount of money, if you want to have X amount of sales, if you want to have, you know, your business at a certain level, okay, you have to believe that you're gonna get there. Okay, you have to believe that it's gonna happen for you. Okay, for you. Now, this is basic stuff. I understand. Okay, this is the stuff that we talk about a lot. But this is the stuff that a lot of people don't want to take seriously. Okay, a lot of people think, well, yeah, that's true. You know, you have to believe. But I want you to think about it, okay? Because some of you guys are gonna go out there after tonight, and some of you guys will 10x your income just from what I'm gonna tell you on this webinar tonight. We're gonna start out and we're gonna layer it up. Okay, I'm gonna give you these ideas, and they're gonna be like layers on top of each other. Okay. Exactly how I built my business up to this point, and guys, I'm not the kind of guy who likes to brag. But listen, I from material world, okay, I literally don't have anything. There is not a single thing. If you can believe this, if you can imagine this, there is not a single thing from the material world that I wanted and I don't have. Okay, it might be difficult to believe, but here's something else. I am not this, you know, somebody who is like whatever, you know, somebody special. Folks, I'm not, okay? What allowed me to get here, okay, I was able to, like, with, you know, we started Big Idea Mastermind 8 months ago. Folks, in the last 8 months, I was fortunate enough and, you know, and privileged enough, right, to help a lot of people. In the process, earned over $2.5 million in the first 8 months. We are going to be talking about income tonight. Okay, we're going to be showing you how to get a lot of money. Okay, and I have to tell you this. Okay, the reason that I was able to earn over $2.5 million in 8 months, all right, is, you know, my results are not typical, folks, and it's because I am not typical. And I assume that if you're on this webinar, you are not typical. Okay. You know, typical people don't make a lot of money. Typical people in this industry, they're struggling. Typical people, they are doing what everybody else are doing out there. Typical people are the 98%ers. Typical people are those people who are looking at their neighbor, looking at, you know, what the other guy is doing out there, and they're going to repeat the same thing what the other guy is doing. Okay, that's typical people. Okay, you know what? I decided to not be typical. Okay, you are here, and I hope that you're going to say, Vic, I'm going to make a decision tonight. I will not be typical. And folks, I'm going to give you some ideas that will help you do that. Okay. Now, when you decide to be one of those people who are not typical, okay, you will by default get results that are not typical. Okay. How do you do that? You start believing that it's possible for you. I'm going to tell you how you do that. I'm going to tell you how do you trick your mind, because first in the beginning, for me, I had to trick myself a little bit. Okay, I had to trick my mindset a little bit. I'm going to tell you how I did that a little bit later on here. Okay, so you got to believe that you will get there. Okay, set yourself a crystal clear goal, target. We talked about that stuff. You guys know me. You know, if you've been following my stuff, we talk about it all the time. Okay, tonight I'm going to talk to you about some advanced stuff. Okay, you gotta believe that you're going to do it. You got to have goals. That's very, very important. Okay, and I don't want to get into that part of the success formula on this particular webinar. Okay, we talked about it, but that's like the foundational stuff. Okay, you gotta read, you gotta associate with the right people. You got to raise yourself as a person to the level that, you know, that's worthy of the success that you desire. Okay, so if you can picture, you know, a ladder. Okay, and if you want your income to be up here on the ladder, okay, and you are the kind of person who is, you know, you don't want to, you know, you're just complaining, you know, you're just being, you know, kind of, you know, it's easy for you to get frustrated. It's easy for you to get, you know, pissed off and get mad at whatever, you know, the little things in life, right? If you're the kind of person who is always looking for things why something's not going to work, right? Well, you will never be successful. Okay, that's just truth. Okay, how do you change it? It's very, very simple. You associate with people who are at the level where you want to be at. Okay, if you can't physically associate with them, you read books, right? You listen to tapes, you watch their videos, you indirectly associate with them, okay, through their work, through whatever they're doing out there. Okay, so that's how you kind of turn yourself and help yourself become the person that's going to be worthy of the success that you desire. Okay, I'll tell you guys how to do that at the level that is just going to blow you away here in just a little bit here on this hangout. Okay, number two, and this is very, very, very important. I think if you just get this one, this tip number two, I'm going to give you. Okay, guys, it can easily double your business. Okay, easily. What I mean by that, guys, is this. So many people failing because they don't have a clear message in their marketing. Okay, so as marketers, you need to have a clear message. Okay, as a marketer. What do I mean by that? It goes to why did you decide to become a marketer? You know what I mean? Think about this, folks. Okay. When I got started online, my mentor, picture this. I'm at zero. I'm just starting. Actually, I'm below zero. I borrowed the money. Quit my job. Didn't have any income coming in, and I'm dabbling into different things, right? And I come across this guy who's earning $200,000 a month, and he says, Vic. He said, look at all of these marketers. Opt into their lists, okay? Subscribe to their newsletters. Pay attention to what they're selling, to how they're selling it, okay? And if you want to make a lot of money, my goal was to earn $20,000 per month. That was like my ultimate dream. That was like, man, if I can just get there, life would be perfect, okay? There would be no money worries. There would be, everything would be taken care of, right? Your bills are paid. You don't have to worry about things, okay? He said, look at all these marketers and don't be like them, okay? How can you raise yourself up? He said this. He said, Vic, what is your message? Why do you want to earn $20,000 per month? Okay? What is your why as a marketer? Okay? Tip number two. Tip number one, or should we say this, rule number one. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys there are 7 rules that I believe if you follow them to the T, you can easily 10x your business. Okay, you can make 10 times the amount of money that you're currently making without getting any more traffic, without doing anything special, without doing anything that's extraordinary. Okay, you can do what you're doing right now as far as the how you get business, right? What are you promoting? How you promoting, that kind of stuff. If you just apply these 7 rules and 7 principles, I'm going to talk to you. First one is believing. Thing number 2, and I was going to talk about believing for a little bit longer, but I'm going to move on. Okay, we can come back to it a little bit later. But man, it's like if you do something and if you don't believe, people say I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm going to try to get to 10,000 per month. I'm going to start something. I'm going to try it. Okay, there is no try. If you're going to try, you're going to fail, okay? There is no trying. You're either going to do it or you're going to fail, okay, my friend? There is no middle ground, okay? You're going to do it or you're not going to do it, okay? That's it. If you remove the word try from your vocabulary as a marketer, people say, I'm going to try to, to do this webinar. You're going to try to do this webinar? I'm going to try to market. I'm going to do my best to market. Well, you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it, okay? If you want to elevate yourself as a marketer, you gotta believe that you're gonna do it. You're gonna say, I'm gonna do it. There is no trying, there is no plan B, there is no going back. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay? Believe like it's already happening and there is absolutely no plan B. I don't know if you can put yourself in that position, to where you just know like you know, right? There is absolutely no plan B. Okay? This is it right here. Thing number 2 is your messaging. How you talk about what you do matters. Okay? How you position yourself as a marketer plays a huge role in how successful you're going to be as a marketer. Okay? In fact, the amount of money you're going to earn in this industry is going to be directly proportional to how you position yourself as a marketer. Okay, look at everybody else. Look at all the affiliates out there in the affiliate land, right? Look at all the clickbankers. Look at all those guys who are out there. Okay, and you will find that a lot of these guys are doing the exact same thing what their neighbor is doing, what the guy next to him is doing. Okay, and then they're wondering why I'm not successful, right? Why am I, we're doing the same stuff, right? But we're not successful. Why is that? Have a clear message in your marketing. Okay, so here's what I mean by that. I'm gonna explain this to you guys. Okay, when you decide to do a campaign, okay, when you decide to go for that star that you're shooting for, okay, what is your why? Okay, why are you gonna do that? If you have something you can hang on to, okay, something you can latch onto, okay, and something that's gonna pull you forward when you're gonna hit that roadblock, you're gonna make it. Okay, if you don't have that, when waves hit you, okay, you'll be shaken. Okay, so your message is very, very important. As a marketer, kind of sit down and really dig deep down. We do this, people. We have this 30 days to 10K program in Big Idea Mastermind, and one of the first lessons or one of the first action steps that we put people through is we say, listen, you gotta get emotionally attached to why you're doing this business. Okay, why are you here? What's your big why? What's your big reason? Because that thing gets transferred subconsciously to people. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if you believe in the universe, in God, in whatever you believe out there, right, guys? There are some laws of success that if you follow them, and regardless, right, if you believe in them or you don't believe in them, it's gonna work for you regardless. Okay, just like the law of gravity. Okay, I don't care if you believe in it or you don't believe in it. Okay, a baby is born, and baby doesn't know about the law of gravity, right? And if the baby is gonna jump off or step out from something that's elevated, right? It's gonna fall down, right? And the law doesn't care, right? Folks, when it comes to marketing, there is laws that if you play by the laws, right? If you work with the laws, you will be successful. And unfortunately, a lot of people they don't work with the law. They work against the law. Okay, and so that's why they're not successful. And one of the laws is this: your why. Why are you doing this? Right? Your intentions for doing things. Okay, underline the word intentions. Your intentions for doing things gets transferred subconsciously to another person. Okay, I'll tell you how that happens and how to manage that. Right, literally how to control that in a minute. Okay, but your messaging is very, very important. I'll tell you how to position yourself, how to come up with your message. But it's actually really simple. You just sit down, you figure out why you're going to do this, and craft yourself a very clear message. What do you stand for? What do you stand against? Okay, as a marketer, we're not talking about your products. We're talking about you as a marketer. Okay, what do you stand for? What do you stand against? Very, very important. Thing number 3 is be authentic. A lot of people, they put this facade. A lot of people, they pretend to be somebody. They start and maybe they're going through some hiccups in their life right now or whatever the case is, right? And they're trying to pretend and everything is cool. But you know what? They are trying to be somebody that they're not. Okay, my friend. In marketing, you have to be authentic. Now, here is when I talk about being authentic. Here is something else I'm going to talk to you about. Okay, don't talk about your struggles until you have overcame them. Okay. What are you being authentic about? Guys, you are being authentic about your vision. If you don't have a vision as a marketer, okay, it's going to be very difficult for you to succeed. What is your vision as a marketer? Do you have that? Okay. Do you have a reason why you're doing what you're doing? Is that because you want to make an extra $500 a month? Well, that's nice, right? And people start out in this industry because they want that, right? But what's past beyond that? Once you get there, what is it going to do for you, right? What is your bigger why? Is it your family? Is that do you want to make a bigger impact in the industry? What the thing that just drives me and why I do what I do, guys, is that I'm just passionate about this industry. I think that there is no better industry anywhere in the world, okay, on the planet Earth that's more lucrative and to be honest with you, that's just as cool as internet marketing. Okay, like you and I are a part of. My friends, we are in the best industry that's out there, bar none, period, hands down. Okay, now I'm so passionate about this because, unfortunately, as awesome as this industry is, there is a lot of people who are making it who are just screwing it up. Okay, there's a lot of people who are selling garbage and just crap in this industry, and just leading people in directions that just make them go even more in debt, right? People selling all kinds of shenanigans, right? Buy this push button software, riches or whatever, you're gonna be a millionaire tomorrow. There's all kinds of systems. There's like, hey, let me just do the work for you, right? And all of a sudden you're gonna be making money. Listen, do you go to the doctor? Do you go to the doctor who had bought his diploma? You know what I mean? Or do you want to go to the doctor who actually went to school to learn how to become a doctor and who can actually help you? Make sense? Unfortunately, there are so many people right now in our industry. They say, "Well, just give me $100 or whatever, right? And I'm gonna close your sales for you. I'm gonna market for you. I'm gonna do all this stuff for you, right?" Not realizing that if you take that route without learning the laws of success and what it takes to become successful and how you can make a bigger impact, you know what? You are just getting a fish to eat for the day, right? And that's even if you're lucky, okay? A lot of times, unfortunately, that fish is rotten, right? By the time you get it, okay? So a lot of times when you eat it, you get sick, okay? You get more in debt, you get broker, right? And then you're wondering why it's not happening. Listen, this is a profession, my friends. If there is one thing I'm gonna tell you tonight, okay? If there is one thing I'm gonna kind of help you understand tonight, is that listen. You don't have to go to school for 8 years to become a doctor, okay? Or to become a great marketer like you have to go to school to become a doctor. You can do this in about 90 days, all right? 90 days. My income went from 0 to over $30,000 per month literally in a matter of 90 days, okay? These guys were right here on the panel will tell you when they got certain things, right? And we'll get to them as well. But it doesn't take a long time to become successful. Now, thing number one is believing, right? Thing number two is clear messaging. Thing number three, what do we say thing number three was? Being authentic, okay? You speak to people based on aspirations, okay? People don't buy from the need anymore. People buy from ambition, right? And aspiration, okay? Check it out. This thing over here, okay? iPad, gadgets, iPhones, all right? Do people buy iPhones because they really need an iPhone? All right, you can see people who are broke, right? Homeless, standing with a sign, hey, help me, and they're talking on their cell phone, right? On their iPhone. People buy what they want to buy, and as a marketer, hear me out. As a marketer, when you understand that people buy on ambition, so if you talk to people based on their ambition level, okay? If you talk to people based on what they want deep down, let's say if you are promoting a business opportunity, if you're a part of a network marketing company, right, and you help people, live better lives, right, my friends, there is different layers that we put on ourselves. There is different layers that people put on themselves. Okay, people go to school to become a doctor, and they think, well, I'm a doctor, right? People go to school to become a lawyer, well, they think I'm a lawyer, right? They have these layers. Right? People go to, people start an internet marketing, career, right? And all of a sudden they think, well, I want to be an internet marketer, so they'll look at what these other guys are doing, and they're trying to mimic what other guys are doing, and sometimes copy, right? A lot of times it doesn't work. But folks, when you strip down all those layers, all the, I'm a banker, I'm a lawyer, I'm this, I'm that, all the cultural layers, folks, people want freedom. If you can only understand that, okay, people don't really care about what you're selling. People don't really care about what the compensation plan is really, all right? What the product is going to do for them, right? When you are connected with what you do, okay, I'm gonna start diving deeper here into this stuff right here at about this point, guys. Okay, so I want you to pay very close attention. People don't buy what you sell. People buy what you feel about what you sell. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you're on this webinar tonight, if you're on this hangout, if you're listening to me, and if you're one of those smart people who are paying very close attention right now, okay, and actually taking notes, and actually will go out there and take action on this kind of stuff, folks, start talking to people from your passion. Start talking to people from what's burning inside of you, right? When it comes to your why. Why are you doing this? Talk to them about their bigger goals, their ambitions, their aspirations, right? What they really want, and what people really want is not even 10,000 per month. Is not even earning whatever the amount of maybe 100,000 a month or whatever. It's not. People don't want to buy mansions or Ferraris or anything, right? Guys, people want to be able to have freedom. Okay, that's really the core desire of the human being. Okay, you want freedom, don't you? You don't want somebody to have to press this thumb over your head, right, and tell you what to do all the time, right? Guys, people want to buy freedom, and if you can talk to them based on that, okay, and be authentic about it. Now, how do you do that? How do you engineer that? Well, it's actually very simple. Here's how you do it. Okay, whatever you're selling, if you don't believe 1,000% in what you're doing, okay, as a marketer, if you're not if you don't believe with your, fully, 1,000%, okay, that what you do will actually make a difference for that other person who you're going to do business with, you will not be able to convince them. You will not be able to talk to them and really be successful at what you do. Okay, you got to have that passion, man. You got to have that motivation, that excitement that what you do is actually going to help somebody change their life. Right, not only help them make money, right? If you're promoting, an improvement, learn how to make more money type products, right, or services or companies or whatever, right? Guys, start talking to people about, based on their ambition. Be authentic, okay? Be authentic. 4, okay? Thing number 4, and this is deep, okay? You ready for it, guys? Hear me out. Claim a leadership position in this industry. Okay? Claim yourself a leadership position in this industry by the actions that you do, the action that you take. Okay? Let me explain this one because this is important. Okay? A lot of people don't understand this. Again, guys, this is I'll get to some marketing materials. Okay? Before we do that, when you do this and when you strategically, it might take you a day, it might take you a week, okay, to really get your game together. But I'm telling you, this stuff will 10x your business without you having to spend more money on marketing or anything, right? If you just craft this together, okay. So how do you claim a leadership position? Well, I got news for you. Okay, if you want to have a lot of money, if you want to build a massive business, a lot of you guys are here, and you guys are looking at this big idea mastermind, right? What we're doing. A lot of you guys are here, maybe you're a member of maybe Empower Network or some other company out there, right? How you get to the top is you say, I'm going to be a leader, and you don't have to be a leader with people following you. You can be a leader with nobody following you. You can be a leader to yourself first, okay? You can be a leader of yourself first. When you make a decision and you're going to say, I'm going to be a leader of myself, okay? You will have people following you. I know that this right here just went over a lot of people's heads. Hope it's not you. I hope that you're getting this, okay? Claim a leadership position by the actions that you're taking. Okay, let me explain it a little bit more. Okay, here's how you do it. Again, first of all, you decide to be a leader. Okay, and just embrace the fact that you are a leader, whether you want to be one or not. Okay, you are a leader. Okay, you're leading yourself. You're leading your others. Right. You're doing things every single day. You're either a good leader or you're a poor leader. Okay. You're either leading people to their dream, right, or you're leading people in the wrong direction, and in that case, they'll be running away from you, okay? You look at the 98%ers in this industry, and they are not leaders. They are followers, okay? Before you can be a leader, you have to be a good follower, but you need to become consciously. This is conscious decision. Guys, success is a choice, right? Success is a decision. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and proclaim, hey, I'm a leader, look at me. Here's how you do it. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how you do it. This stuff is golden. Okay, this is what allowed me to make over $30,000 my first 90 days in this industry. Okay, here's how I did. My mentor said, Vic, you build on small successes. First of all, you understand. And again, guys, if you have, if you're following this stuff, it's layers. We're laying layers on top of each other. Okay. First of all, you gotta believe. Nobody sees it. Okay, it's the underground stuff. Okay, you believe it. Second thing is, your message, and you craft your message, right? And so all these things you have to, it's like building a house. You're building a house. You have to have certain things in a certain way, right? In a certain order, in a certain spot. Right? And when everything comes together, you raise yourself. All of a sudden, people look at you. They're like, "Man, what that guy? It seems like he's not doing anything that special, right? And for some reason, he is earning millions of dollars, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, or tens of thousands of dollars per month, or per week, or per day. And I think I'm doing the same thing that he's doing, and I'm not successful. Why is that? Well, it's because they don't understand this stuff that we're talking about here. You see, we're talking about there is the physical world and there is the non-physical world, guys. Okay, and I don't care if you believe in that stuff or not. Okay, I'm just telling you, there is the physical world and then the non-physical world, right? How do you think? How do you think the? I'm talking to you here from from South Dakota, right? At my office, I'm looking at this camera that's on my computer. Somebody is in South Africa, right? I got no wires connected to this computer, guys. How does that stuff work, right? Well, it's somebody invented the internet. Somebody invented the whatever they had to invent to make this stuff work. I don't know. I don't understand how that stuff works, right? How do you explain? When you have a thought, hey, I'm gonna call somebody. I'm gonna call my relative. You pick up the phone and there is them on that other line, right? The phone didn't even ring, right? How do you explain that? Well, some people say it's coincidence. Well, it's not. Okay, there is a physical world and there's a non-physical world. Okay, so as a marketer, when you understand this, right? And when you play by the rules of success, folks, success will be attracted to you. Okay, money will be attracted to you. You will be doing things naturally, and people will be, people will want to be a part of what you're doing. Okay, make sense? So, again, you claim a leadership position. First of all, is you become the best leader you can be for yourself. And guys, I'm talking about taking an hour a day. 30 minutes to an hour a day to work on yourself as a leader, to work on yourself as a person, to work on yourself to say, I'm going to be the best version of myself I can possibly be. I'll be a better person today than I was yesterday, okay? I will learn something new today that I did not know yesterday. I'm going to become this person that's resourceful. I'm going to become this person who's going to be the source of information. I'm going to be this resourceful person. I'm going to have ideas. I'm going to have things that I can share with other people, right? I'm going to be an inspirational type person. I'm going to be the person who is going to inspire people when they talk to me, right? They will leave me feeling better about themselves than when they, before they spoke to me. Okay, how do you do that? Well, you do that by with the information that you feed your brains with. Okay, a lot of people are watching this. A lot of you guys are watching TVs. A lot of you guys are listening to the radios and talk shows and all that garbage out there, and then just feeding your mind on a daily basis. And you want to be successful, and it's not going to work. All right, because what you put in your mind is what's going to come out. So the first thing you do is you develop yourself as a leader. Okay, I hope this is making sense to you guys. I want you to pay close attention because we're about to get really, really, really deep, all right, into this stuff. And I promise you, you'll be able to 10x your income with this information only if you apply it. Okay, now, as you work on yourself, right, naturally you will have people start following you. Now, hear me, okay? Hear me out. How do you elevate yourself as a marketer? You elevate yourself as a marketer without proclaiming yourself as a leader, okay? You do that by the actions you take with your intentions, okay, and by building on your small successes, okay? When you guys first start to promote whatever it is that you're promoting, okay, when you are, as soon as you have your little bit of success, maybe it's, you got 20 opt-ins, maybe you got 100 opt-ins. Maybe you have your first sale, okay? You want to be generous with your information, okay? Be a generous person, okay? Share what's working for you in your business with others, okay? When you do that, when you build on small successes, and you do this, if you've been paying attention, guys, again, these are layers, and we're laying these layers on top of each other. Hold on a second. Let me Let me mute out my Skype. I got people Skyping me while I'm on the webinar, which is not. I'm not gonna answer that, obviously. Okay. So what you guys do is you build on your small successes. Okay. When you have a little, when you did a small promotion, when you ran a solo ad or whatever you did out there, right, and you got a little bit of a success, right, whether it's an opt-in, whether it's 10 visitors to your site, whatever, contact your subscribers, contact your people that are following you on Facebook, on your list, in your social media, things out there, and just say, hey, I just had 20 opt-ins to my subscribers in a day. Okay, I'd like to show you how I did it. Free of charge, no strings attached. Just want to put out goodwill out there in the community, right? Just wanted to spread some goodwill out in this community, folks. People will start paying attention to what you're doing, you see, and then people will, it's building on small successes, and then naturally, you don't set out to and say, okay, look at me, I'm this big leader. No, you become a leader with the actions you do, right? And you stay humbled. You stay humbled. Okay, guys, success will come to you at the levels you can't even imagine right now when you decide that you're going to become the best version of yourself, and you will, you have your why. Why you do what you do. My why is I wanted to shift this industry, man. My dream is I wanted to have success stories created. We want to create success stories and then teach those people how to replicate themselves and create even more success stories. So we have these waves, right, rolling one after another, and kind of ripple goes out into the space, into this community, into this entire internet marketing space, because there's hundreds of millions of people, my friends, right? And a lot of these guys are failing. There's over 7,000 people per day, or actually, I think it's either, don't quote me on this, I forgot the statistics, but it's like ridiculous number, 7,000 people or something like that per day or per hour that starts an online, some sort of an online business, okay, right now. Okay, there's new people coming in. There's people leaving this industry. There's a lot of turnover going on in this industry, folks. And my big why is, I was just, this nobody who was fortunate enough to have this mentor come into my life, and he showed me the way, and I started to make money, and I got to the point where money is no longer an issue. And right now, what really fires me up is how can I get more success stories, right? How can I create more people and just help them get to where they want to go. Right? If your goal is 10,000 per month, how can I help you get to where you want to go? Right? When you are at that level, my friend, and you make a bigger impact, you know what? That's what I talk to people about, and I just share with them what's working for me. So when you do that in your marketing, my friend, okay, people will naturally be attracted to you and to what you're doing. Okay? Very, very powerful. I hope you guys are taking notes here, okay? So here is something else. I think this is thing number 5, right? And that is this. I want you to hear me closely, okay? I want you to hear me closely, because this one thing can make you $1 million next year, okay? Again, income claim, I'm not going to guarantee you that, but it did for me, okay? Turn your marketing, turn your campaigns into events, okay? Turn your marketing into events. An event, okay? How can you turn your marketing, what you're doing, into an event? I discovered this strategy when I launched a product called High Traffic Academy. Okay, a lot of you guys are familiar with that product, and that thing right there. See, what I did is I said, how can I turn my marketing into an event? Okay, I'm going to tell you how you can apply it, and I don't care what you're doing, folks. I don't care if you're doing an affiliate marketing or whatever you're doing out there. Okay. You can turn your marketing into an event. Okay? So here's what I did. Okay? Picture this. You're getting people into your funnel. Okay? You give them good content. Okay? You yourself, you're the source of information. Okay? You have ideas, right? You have new information coming in. You're always learning. You're always growing as a person, as a marketer. It's very, very easy to succeed in this industry because nobody else wants to do this kind of stuff. Everybody else is just following everybody else, okay? And it's like a convoy. I mean, people are just following other people, going blindly, and they don't even know where they're going, okay? Well, this guy is doing this. I think I'm going to do this, right? Consciously making a decision to be different. Be different. Refuse to be typical, my friend. Refuse to be typical. And it's actually very, very easy. Okay, it's actually easy. Okay, when you learn and when you share from your experience. Again, you learn, you test, and you share with others from your experience. So all of a sudden you have a perspective. All of a sudden you have ideas that you invented, right? That you tried, and it either worked or it didn't work, right? And right now you have something of value that you can give to the marketplace, okay? And so your income is going to be proportional to the value that you provide in the marketplace, right? How difficult? I mean, Bob Proctor is one of my mentors, and he says, he taught me this. He said, Vic, how difficult would it be to replace you in your marketing? Okay, how difficult? So if it's going to be easy to replace you, okay, talking to you, if it's easy to replace you, you will not be earning a lot of money. Okay, it's easy to replace somebody who is working at McDonald's flipping burgers. Very easy to replace them, right? I mean, they get paid minimum, okay, minimum wage. Okay, how easy is it to replace a brain surgeon? Okay, you see the difference, right? In our marketing, how easy, if there was such a thing to where we could say, well, how easy would it be to replace you as a marketer? Let's say if you were just an employee of your own business, right? How easy would it be to replace you? If it's pretty easy to replace you, if you're not doing much, if you're just doing what the other guy is doing, you know what I mean? It's easy to replace you. Okay? If you're not deciding to be different, if you're not deciding to be the best version of yourself, if you're not working on yourself, it's going to be easy to replace you. But you can grow yourself as a person, right? And therefore become more valuable to the marketplace, and it's going to be difficult to replace you because 99% of people, okay, they are typical. They're doing what the rest of the community is doing, right? So think about it, okay? Turn your marketing into events. Anytime, so as you're building this community, right? As you're building your subscriber base, as you're sharing that what you know, right? What you learned with people right around you, people start paying attention, right? And then what you do, right, is you put on either you can do this either through something like what we're doing right now, right? Google Hangout, or you do it through your campaigns, right? You can actually set up campaigns to where you can literally turn your marketing into. And guys, I don't want to go into too much details about this particular topic, and we can we'll be teaching that in the 10K challenge that we're going to be launching here just in a few minutes here, okay? And you guys can participate in that, right? I'm going to be teaching you and actually helping you do that in your business, okay? But think about it. How can you turn marketing into an event? Again, nobody's doing this. When you do that, you'll make a lot of money, okay? Very, very important. Now, here's something else. For those of you guys who have been waiting for the traffic secrets, for those of you guys who have been waiting and thinking, well, Vic, just give me the meat and potatoes. Listen, I have been giving you a lot more than just meat and potatoes so far. Okay. Again, this stuff is I know that it's going over a lot of people's heads right now. I know it. Okay. But I also know that there is some of you, and it may be you watching me right now, who's taking notes, and you're gonna start thinking about how you can implement this stuff in your business, and you're gonna start implementing this in your business, and you're gonna take your business to the next level. Okay. You're going to double, triple, quadruple, or 10x your business. Okay? Now, here's something else what you do. I learned this by really I got this idea by watching what my wife is doing. Okay, my wife she is she just likes to shop online, right? She she buys stuff online. It's pretty cool with what we can do with technology nowadays, right? And so one time I was just kind of sitting next to her. She's just doing buying some things for I don't remember kids or whatever, right? And so she went to this site and she saw something. She looked at something, and then she would go to these other places, and then whatever that thing that she was looking at, she's got this banner following her everywhere she goes, right? I'm like, how does that work? How does that work? Right? She would look at the purse or whatever, and then all of a sudden that she can be on weather.com or Huffington Post or whatever, right? CNN. I mean, and that thing is right there, right? right in front of her eyes. And I'm like, man, that's the awesomest thing ever. How can I implement that in my marketing? So I started to research this thing, and it's called simply retargeting. All right, my friends, here's what I'm going to share with you. I shared this actually with with people. We just had an event, a workshop in Las Vegas, right? Every single campaign that you do, okay, you want to retarget every single campaign. Let me explain to you how to do that. Okay, again, I actually show you and actually teach you how to do that. And we have this 30 days to 10K program. So from this point on, right, you should be able to double your conversions without literally hardly spending any more money on your in your business. Okay. And you do that by setting up retargeting on every single promotion that you do. So if you run a banner ad, okay, you're going to set up a retargeting. If you're going to run a solo ad promotion, you're going to set up a retargeting. If you're going to post an ad in a newspaper, right, or if you're going to do Facebook post or whatever, you're going to retarget every single campaign that you do. Okay, what is retargeting? Very, very simple. Okay, you go to sites like retargeter.com, right, or like sitescout.com, right, or siteretargeting.com, and you set up yourself an account, right, and they'll give you this little pixel that you put on your website, on your capture page, all right, and you load up some banners. It's either text, text ads or banner ads. You load it up onto the system, right? And so when somebody sees your ad, let's say if you run an ad, if you post a flyer in a store somewhere in Walmart, okay, with your website on it, well, somebody tears that little thing off, right? They come back home and they type in their your website that's on a flyer into their computer. Boom, that pixel gets triggered and it activates a cookie on that person's computer, okay? And then this retargeting site, this retargeting system, right, is going to follow this person, right, everywhere they go. They got thousands and tens of thousands of different sites and networks and you name it, and connections, and it's just a big, huge networks, right? And they work with all kinds of sites. They got connections and deals with all these just giant sites. I mean, we're talking about like weather.com. We're talking like really, and you can actually specifically target sites that you want to retarget on, right? Really, really awesome thing, folks. And the cool thing is you pay pennies. You literally pay pennies for revisitors, okay, to your site. So somebody saw your site. They don't have to opt in or anything. They don't have to do nothing. As soon as they just loaded up your URL, okay, they get cookied in, all right. And so what you're doing is you're building yourself a pool of people that you're gonna retarget. Make sense? So let's say if you spend $100 on a solo ad, right? And let's say if you got, I don't know, 300 clicks or something like that, right? Not bad, right? So now you have these 300 people. Doesn't matter if they opted in or not. You have these 300 people that you're retargeting with your, for their promotions, right? With your banners, with your text ads, and you can be in front of them everywhere they go on the internet, right? You can retarget them back to your capture page if they didn't opt in, or for those people who opted in but didn't buy, you can retarget them back to the sales page, right, for the product that you're selling. Okay, make sense? Okay, guys. Again, we're teaching all this stuff, Big Idea Mastermind and the 10K challenge we're going to be releasing here. I'm going to be announcing that shortly. I actually help you set that whole thing up, and guys, we'll just help you explode your income. It's actually very, very easy. Okay, very, very easy. Stealthy strategy. Okay, and then strategy number 7, or rule number 7, the last one here, guys, is ask yourself, how can you automate and leverage your efforts? Okay, how can you automate and leverage your efforts? Okay, my friends, here is something I want to tell you. When you get to the point to where you're helping other people get to where they want to go, right? Naturally, you will leverage your efforts. Naturally, okay. A lot of you guys know that we launched the Big Idea Mastermind, right? 8 months ago, okay. A lot of our guys, a lot of our people have started from zero, and and they're earning a lot of money on a monthly basis, thousands and literally tens of thousands of dollars, some of them, simply by leveraging their efforts. Okay, leveraging their efforts. How do you do that? Is you help your team become successful. Does that make sense? You help your team become successful. The reason that I got into into doing what I'm doing right now, right? And you guys, I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe there is you're here by because you had nothing better to do, right? I believe that everything happens for the reason, right? Everything, every single thing. And it doesn't matter what happens, good, bad, or anything in between, right, guys? Everything happens for the reason. And you might be in a position right now to where you may be listening to this and you're like, Vic, I get it, man, but you just don't understand. I don't have money to pay my bills with, right? I'm struggling right now, guys. Your current situation has absolutely nothing to do with where you're going. It has absolutely nothing to do with your future. Okay, you believe that? Your present conditions have nothing to do with your future. You know what? I got started in this industry. I did not have any money. I was at the point where I did not have $1.19 to my name, and I did not know what's going to happen tomorrow. I literally had no clue how I would buy bread to feed my family. Right? I was at that point in my life. Okay, I don't buy excuses from people. Okay, your current situation, if you're struggling right now, that's going to be your greatest asset down the road. Because you know what? Me coming from that position, right? And right now, when I coach people, when I work with people, and when I talk to people about an opportunity to change their life, when I talk to people about an opportunity to do something great with their life, to do something bigger than just making a buck. If you're just focused on making a buck, you're gonna get there. Listen, making money is the easiest thing you can learn how to do. It really is. Okay, it's not difficult. Making money is the easiest thing you can learn how to do when you work with the laws of success that govern your income. Does that make sense? Okay? So, but how about instead of focusing on making a buck, how about focusing on making a bigger difference and bigger impact with those people who are listening to you, with those people who are around you? That's so much better than just making a buck, right? Money will always follow. Okay, money will always be there for you guys. Okay, so that's the question that I had. Because I was at the level to where I was comfortable, and and I said, well, how can I help more people become successful? And my passion for this industry and seeing all these lunch after lunch after lunch of products and a lot of it are just garbage. A lot of it is just pure garbage. I buy a lot of stuff, right? So I know what's out there, and I said, man, how can we make this? My message is simple. Guys, I'm not gonna preach you that there is a push-button system right there, right? I'm not gonna tell you that do nothing, get rich tomorrow, guys. It doesn't work. But here's what I will tell you. Listen, I was able to absolutely transform my bank account in a matter of 90 days when I first got started without any experience. Right? I was able to create a lifestyle that most people only dream about in this industry, right? Not because I'm somebody special, but because I learned some things and I was smart enough to listen and apply these things, right? Now, I was fortunate enough, and privileged enough to work with a lot of people, literally probably over 40,000 people at this point in time, and many of them went on to just absolutely transform their lives, okay, for the better. So I know this stuff works over and over and over again. Okay, so your current situation doesn't matter. If I did not start out struggling, I would buy excuses. I would, somebody would come to me and they say, well, Vic, you don't understand. I did not get my food stamps last month, right? Or you don't understand, Vic. I don't have money to pay my light bill with, right? My electric bill, or I don't have the money to pay my water bill with. Listen, I did not have the money to buy bread for my family. And because I'm coming from that situation, I can look people in the eye, I can look you in the eye right now, and I can say, your current position, your current situation has nothing to do with your future. And if you're going to look at your current present situation and present conditions at what's going on right now, and you're going to focus on that, and you're going to make your decisions based on what you currently have going on, my friend, you will be going circles and circles and circles. Does that make sense? What you need to do is you need to decide what you want. You need to go and step out into the unknown. You need to step out from your boat of comfort. You need to step out from your box. That a lot of times we're just boxed into this box, right? Society, and we get conditioned. Society tells us that, hey, you can earn so much. You can earn $20,000 a year or $30,000 a year, and that's who you are. right? You are a $30,000 a year person, and if you believe that, unfortunately, because we get stuck into that box for so long, we just see ourselves as somebody who is just a $30,000 a year person, right? And I'm just, living paycheck to paycheck, and at the end of the month, there is not enough money to go and really treat my family to and give them what they truly deserve, right? Because everything goes to pay out for bills, right? But my friend, you don't have to live like that, okay? I'm telling you, you don't have to live like that. And you can start and you can make big changes in your bank account. You can make big changes in how you live your life based on the decisions you're going to take every single day, right? Based on the decisions and whether or not you're going to come up with excuses for not doing something. Okay, make sense? So 8 months ago, we said we're gonna, I said I'm gonna do something that has never been done before, and my vision was this. The vision was this. The vision was, if we can take 1,000 people, and what if we could do something that has never been done before? Because up to this point, everything is just launch after launch. Buy this product, it's gonna take you to the promised land. Buy this product. No, this is better. No, this is better. And it's like people are getting bombarded with information. Man, people are just getting bombarded with this stuff, and they don't know what to do. Right? They're buying everything, and they're struggling. They're failing, and it's like, man, who do I listen to? Right? I said, what if we created a something, a system or a vehicle or something that would take away all the excuses from people? Make sense? What if we could do something that has never been done before in our industry? And if we take 1,000 people and we'll help them get to $5,000 in income per month and teach them how to do that, so they understand how to do that on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis. Teach them the principles of success, give them the tools, what they need to be able to accomplish whatever they want to accomplish, and help them get there. And let's take a step further, and then let's help those people replicate themselves as much as possible, and then let's help those people replicate themselves, and we would have this ripple effect going on, right? We would have this positive influence going on into this community, to where we would make a big shift. We would make a big difference in this industry, and that got me excited, my friends. Believe it or not, man, that got me excited so much that I didn't, I had hard time sleeping. I was working literally 17 hours a day. I started on the journey to research because, number one, you need a vehicle, right? Number two, you need a system, something that's going to drive that vehicle. Number three, you need to have an ability to teach people how to drive this vehicle, right? You need to have some fuel for the vehicle, right? Which is simply traffic. And so if you have the right vehicle, the right system, and you know how to get traffic, guys, you're set. And this whole thing is going to sit on top of your foundational stuff, which is you. Because I cannot make you successful. I can show you how to be successful, and you will have to be the one who's going to go out there and make it happen. Okay? Just like, I think it's Brian Tracy. He said, listen, I cannot do your push-ups for you. I can show you how to do those push-ups. You have to do them yourself in order for you to get the effect you want, right? Well, man, that idea got me excited. So to make a long story short, it took me literally like 8 months, 8 to 10 months to decide, on the vehicle. So we decided to build a system around a company called Empower Network, and we said we're going to do something. Hey, we don't promote Empower Network, guys. You don't promote your company, guys. You promote you. Okay? Be very, very clear on this. You promote you. Now, if you have a system that you're promoting, a system that's going to get you to the, you got to get paid, right? So in order for us to get paid, what needs to happen? Well, we need to sell something, right? So you got to promote a product that you're going to be passionate about, something that you're going to believe, that you will believe in 1,000%. Okay? The company is important, the product is important, but you know what's more important is if your vision resonates with the company's vision that you're promoting. Make sense? When that happens, my friend, it becomes like a mastermind. It becomes something great. It becomes something that will just goes viral. It explodes. Okay, so the company that we chose to build around, right, and just kind of test this idea is Empower Network. Okay, many of you guys have heard about it. Many of you guys have not. Okay. And I said, what would happen if we just you know, if we all came together and formed this mastermind and literally focused on making a bigger difference in this industry instead of making a buck, right? Helping spread the goodwill in the community. So we did that 8 months ago, okay? And I said, guys, we're going to take a group of people. We're going to invite a group of people, and we're going to help you put this together, right? We're going to focus on being united, okay? We're going to have unity. We're going to have, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on making a difference, okay? That's what we're going to do. And so we got together, and we gave it a test, and results were absolutely phenomenal, guys. We got some people like some of these guys on the panel right here. You know, they were first ones to test the idea, right? And so over the last 8 months, we've got over 14,600 people. As of yesterday, I didn't even check today. I think we might be up to 15,000 people already with members. People who have never made money, they're making money, and it's absolutely incredible. It allowed it allowed us to to really have something that not only do people have an ability to make money with and change their bank accounts, but literally how can we take somebody and help them succeed from inside out? How can we literally take somebody and help them become the best version of themselves that they can possibly be? Okay. So we got this 30 days to 10K program to where people, they get to platinum level at Big Idea Mastermind. They every single day, they have specific action steps of what they need to do, right? Today, tomorrow, and so forth, right? And the goal is to get them to $10,000 per month, okay? By the time they get done with the 30-day program, which is 30 days, okay? Now, my friends, what I want to do right now, okay, is we're gonna move fairly quickly here. This was my this was my perspective. Okay, I showed you guys some things that worked for me personally. Okay, what I want to do right now is we got some people on the panel here. Okay, these guys. Some of them are making a lot of money. If you guys want to share, your stories briefly, let's kind of move quickly because we need to get to this 10K challenge that we're going to be rolling out for you guys, and it's going to be awesome. I mean, we're going to be taking some people to the top with us. We're going to create some success stories at the level that has never been created before. So I'm fired up about that. I want to get to that, but I do want you guys to hear from some of these guys, and if you guys can literally take a couple minutes each and just share. Here's what I want you to do. Okay. Some of these guys are just getting started. Okay, some of these guys have been, with us for the last 8 months. Okay, and made tremendous amount of money. I want you to hear from their perspective 2 things. Okay, folks, if you can all share, just take. Maybe we'll start with. Let's start with my left here. Okay, we have. I think it's BJ there on my left. So BJ, if you can share 2 things, okay? Number 1, what is there one thing that if you could boil this whole thing down to one thing that helped you get to where you are? Maybe if you want to share your story real quick, give everybody your background. What's the one thing that helped you change, and transform your business? And then what are you doing right now in your marketing that's making the biggest impact for you right now? So let's just kind of take turns and kind of do that right now. BJ, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I could hear you. Just unmuted my mic. First of all, thank you, Vic, for inviting me to this hangout. I really appreciate it with all these people. It's amazing. For me, the biggest thing, I just joined March of 2013 Empower Network through Big Idea Mastermind. And the biggest thing that, for me, I was actually an internet marketer before I joined Big Idea Mastermind. But I struggled making money from the niche I wanted to succeed in. I was making money in a niche that I hated, okay? And I just didn't want to do it. And I always try to make money online in the internet marketing niche, but I failed for 5 years. And I joined Big Idea Mastermind initially to learn traffic from Vick Strizheus because he's known as a traffic king. And I wanted to make big ticket commissions initially. And I joined March of 2013. And I can say it's only been like 6 months. Out of all the years studying internet marketing, going to seminars, buying home study courses, and doing all that stuff for 5-6 years as a full-time internet marketer, right? The big difference from Big Idea Mastermind was that I started, first of all, it was a mastermind. It was a culture of like-minded people. I wasn't doing this internet journey by myself. There was other like-minded people that I saw in real life at the events, okay? And the big thing, the number one big thing I would say that I started to finally do for the first time seriously that I didn't do prior to this was I started to really work hard on myself. I did this because I just joined and everyone else was doing it. Vick mentioned it in his High Traffic Academy course, in his webinar, to read your ideal day daily. So I started writing my ideal day. I wrote it for two pages. You can see this, right? I've been reading this for the past like 4 to 5 months every single day. And I've been reading my goals every day. You know, my goals every day. I've been reading my I am proclamations every day. Like 4 or 5 months, like every single day. Okay? And I started working hard on myself. You know, I never worked out before. You know, I was chubbier back then, okay? But I live by the philosophy of Jim Rohn. Work hard on yourself and you'll make a fortune. Work hard on your job and you'll just make a living. So I decided and made a decision when I joined Big Idea, I'm going to live this philosophy. So before I did any marketing and work online, I started reading my goals daily, you know, and then after that I went to the gym daily, you know, to work hard on myself. And my confidence started to rise little by little. And even though I failed in my internet marketing niche for 5 years prior to joining Big Idea Mastermind, never made a lot of money in the internet marketing niche that I wanted to truly succeed in, my passion, okay? But last month, 5 months into Big Idea Mastermind, finally last month, I made over $13,000 using Big Idea Mastermind in the niche that I'm passionate about, that I truly want to succeed in. For the first time in my life as an internet marketer, I made more money in the niche that I'm passionate about than the niche that I absolutely hated. And check this out. Yesterday, there was a niche website that I was succeeding in, making over $10,000. I closed down my websites yesterday, all of them. The niches I don't believe in, yesterday. So I can fully live my dreams. So Big Idea Mastermind, I started working hard on myself, but as a byproduct of that, and doing the 30-day to 10K program, I know my mission in life is to inspire people to believe in themselves, experience personal transformation, and go out there and live their dreams. I want to do that. I've always wanted to do that 10 years ago, working as a convenience store clerk back in the days. Okay, after college, I was a convenience store clerk for 5 years. But I had a dream to be a speaker. I wanted to speak and influence people and help them discover their calling in life and go out there and live their vision. And you know what? I can finally say, finally, I'm doing that with this platform of Big Idea Mastermind. And I'm finally, as a byproduct, doing what I truly want to do for my art, working hard on myself and my dreams. I'm living my dreams and I'm making money from it, you know? So I don't have to do negative stuff I used to do in the past. I closed down those sites yesterday. They were making over 10,000, but I closed it down. So, you know, I can make a positive impact in the world, which I truly wanted to do for such a long time. And the one thing that I'm doing in terms of marketing that I believe I'm doing better than, I mean, this is not to brag, but I just did it to the max. We just went to Hawaii about summertime, June. Big Idea Mastermind Diamond members were invited to go to Hawaii. And Vick said, you know, to everyone in Big Idea Mastermind, let's do 1 video a day for the next 90 days, a 90-day challenge. And he said that. And prior to him saying that, I actually did a lot of videos before. I had like 100 videos in my channel, but I wanted to stretch myself. Again, it's about working harder on yourself, right? To challenge yourself. So I told myself, instead of doing 1 video a day, I'm going to do 3 videos a day for the next 90 days. And Les Brown was there. Les Brown, a powerful motivational speaker. A gentleman asked him, what should I do? And Les Brown said, I challenge you not to do 1 video, but do 3 videos a day. And ever since then, the big thing that I've done that's working for me is I've been doing 3 videos a day minimum this is my 88th day. 88th day. And I've done 3 videos every single day minimum. Haven't missed out a day. And you know what? A lot of my customers, they find me through YouTube. So I do a lot of other things too, but that's the one big way that a lot of people are following me from YouTube. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Getting clear in a video a day. What do you talk about in your videos, bro?
You know, I talk about what I'm passionate about, my dreams. My vision is to inspire people to live their dreams. And I just hit the record button and go sometimes. You know, whatever you're learning, you can share about it. That's the #1 question people ask me. What do you talk about in your videos? I say, whatever you're learning, whatever you have in your vision, in your heart, whatever your passion is, you got to find that out. whatever your why is, your mission in your life. And when you take the 30 days to 10K program day one, day one alone was clarity for me to find out what I truly wanted to do in my heart, to inspire people to live their dreams. So I talk about my vision, my dreams. So, just check out 30 days to 10K program and find out your own vision and talk about it. Okay, that's what I do.
Awesome, man! Congratulations. You're obviously you're doing okay, money wise. You don't have to, you don't have to share your success if you don't want. But you're doing great. So congratulations, brother. Good to have you here. Quick announcement, folks. Okay, quick announcement. As you can see, there is below this video there is a timer, right? We got about 29 minutes left before we roll out the 10K challenge. Okay, I'm gonna tell you all the details here in a sec. Okay, well maybe in a few seconds. But we have we're gonna start the $10,000 challenge, and this is, I don't care what your situation is right now, folks. Some of these some of these guys that you're going to be hearing on the panel here, they started out probably even worse than you are, in many cases. If they did it, you can do it, right? If I did it, you can do it. So I'll tell you how it's going to work. I'll tell you how you can participate in it. Although I cannot guarantee any incomes legally, right? And I will not. I think what's about to happen here is going to be something huge, something massive, something similar to what we did about 8 months ago. But this one is going to be even on a much bigger scale. So you will hear about it. Again, all the details will be available to you in about 30 minutes, about 28 minutes actually from now. Miss Cindy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. So it's
good to have you back. Good to have you on this hangout.
Yeah, it's like a dream, and if it's a dream, I don't want to wake up.
No, you're not dreaming. You're actually this is actually real. Yeah, good to have you here, Sandy. I know your story is pretty awesome. You were you were doing some, you were fairly successful, weren't you, before you started with doing what we're doing?
Actually, I was in the home biz industry, doing hotel meetings, three-way calls, those gigs from traditional home biz, and I want to learn something new because I was living the nightmare and preaching the dream.
Let's do this, Cindy. I know you're doing you're doing things, you're making things happen, and you're building and you're growing. That's part of the reason I wanted to get you on here, is so that you can share your perspective. What's working for you. What's the biggest thing that helps you get to where you are today, and what are you doing as far as marketing right now that is working for you that other people can implement as well?
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I really think hard about this because I do want to provide value to this community because I see a lot of people suffering. So if I have to point one thing, it's definitely belief and conviction, because I came into the industry without internet marketing background. I came in the industry with some marketing background from the traditional home biz, and actually I was working for a Fortune 500 company, cubicle 9 to 5, and the corporate world. I understood that, but I was living the nightmare. I felt locked up, and so the belief and conviction I got is by talking to regular people who have their testimony, and I think a lot of us live in this false belief. There's a lot of beliefs that are false. You have to watch yourself. What do you tell yourself every day? Some people came in the industry without even getting started. They said, "I'm too old. I'm too young. I am not techie. I am not smart enough." You have the wrong mindset before walking into the industry. What if you start out the industry and say, "I can learn anything. If they can do it, I can do it. If the 12-year-old can do it, I can do it." If Cindy doesn't even have English as a first language, she can do it, I can do it. The belief and conviction is so important. Before we even talk about traffic, I think let's get the conviction right. And I recommend people go to YouTube and watch Tony Robbins, how he cured a man from stuttering to a public speaker in 8 minutes. You know, a lot of us were living in this trance of false belief, and then we thought that was our reality. In fact, that you can rewire your brain for success instantly. I'm talking about instantly. If you watch hypnotized shows, that because a lot of us were living under the false hypnotist. So to hypnotize yourself from false belief and rebuild new belief. I think that is one key thing for all people who want to be successful in life in general, not just in this industry. But no, yeah, but new belief. So about marketing strategy for me, definitely is convey your story. You know, like for me, it's definitely stop marketing and start connecting. That's when I have huge momentum and success in this business. And I still have people come to me and telling me, wow, I heard your story about your father saying goodbye to you in the rain. I was telling that story on a Google Hangout about I used to work at a cubicle job for 7 years, and I only get 2 weeks vacation out of a year. And when my dad called me, actually my sister-in-law told me my dad is sick, because my dad did not want to tell me he was sick. He loved me so much he didn't even tell me he was sick. And my sister-in-law told me he was going through dialysis. So I had to get special permission from my job just to leave for a couple weeks to see someone I love. And I remember my dad told me, thank you for visiting me. And I just start bawling and crying, because I don't deserve him to thank me. If anything, I should thank him for raising me. And that's when people still remember that story till today, because I was being authentic. I was being myself, and I said, wow, internet marketing really provides freedom to me. I can now say that I can work on my laptop, and now I'm actually in Taiwan today, and my biggest wealth right now is not the money. Money is great, but I'm able to spend time with my family. I don't have to rush back to a job. I don't have to see my dad, standing in the rain and rush back to a job. For me, being myself, connecting to others, that's the biggest, I guess, huge success for that. I have to say that be authentic and find your story. Because the world is waiting for your message. Like Vic said, be untypical. Be you. Actually, just be you. I've been branding Cindy Lin since day one. And you should brand yourself, your name. The world is waiting for your message. There's someone out there will be inspired by your story. So I'm going to end it here and wish y'all success.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate you. Good to have you on. Connection, belief and connection. Awesome stuff. Miss Ella, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, doing awesome. So excited to be here. Thank you, Vic, so much for inviting me. It's like a dream come true.
Cool.
Yeah. Cindy.
No problem. Hey, you got some momentum going in your business right now. You guys are picking up, doing some cool stuff. Again, yeah. Ella, real quick, if you want to, whatever you want to talk about, but just kind of what's working for you. What's the biggest thing that helped you that others can implement, and what are you guys doing in marketing? That's because I know you got some really cool momentum right now in your business.
Yeah. Well, my quick story is I was looking for freedom. I was working full-time. When I just started working full-time as a dental assistant, I knew that I was not going to do this for a long time because I was looking for freedom. So we actually started in network marketing with my husband, Evan, and we got pretty successful at that, but for some reason, I always had passion for online marketing. So that's how I got started in online marketing. I was in it for 6 years, and it was great. It was great. I've learned a lot of things like technical things, and I just want to let you guys know that you don't need to know technical things to be successful online. You just don't need to, because I learned all those things and I wasn't successful. And when I actually found a mentor, who is Vick, that's when I started, modeling him and doing things what he does. And that's when I got successful online. So just find a mentor, do everything at whatever he tells, and that's when you have the right the right tools and the right mindset, and you understand the rules of success, that's when you're going to be successful. As far as marketing goes, I would say for me, Facebook pay-per-click was working great. And is working great, so that's what I'm focusing on right now. And just a quick tip, I know a lot of people are kind of scared a little bit to go into Facebook marketing, but don't be scared, just try it. Just try it, give it a try. And a little secret that I can give you is a lot of people don't get their ads approved. And a quick tip for that would be, I usually put out my ads 12 o'clock, well, midnight Eastern time, and that's when I get a lot of my ads approved fast. So just for those of you guys who are watching, and I got a lot of questions about that, so that's my little secret, how I get my ads approved. I don't know how it works, but it works for me. So that's what I've been doing. Just focus on one marketing strategy, and you're gonna do great. When I just started out, I was everywhere. Like, I did 100 things in the same time, and it didn't really work well for me. So just focus on one thing. Let's say one paid strategy and one free strategy. I do a lot of videos too, just for my free traffic, free marketing. And that works great for me. I have a lot of people contacting me through my videos. They just found my video on YouTube. So, and I just love providing value to people. That's why I started doing videos and just sharing things that I've learned over the years. And that's what I do.
Awesome. So mentor was big thing. That's I mean, I can. That's spot on, because for me, everything changed for me when I got myself a mentor. So totally with you on that, Ella. And you're a good you're a good student with the heart, and what you guys are doing is awesome. Your passion is obviously visible to all those people who see you. So cool stuff. Folks, we're about 17 minutes before we are going to be announcing the 10K challenge. Before I tell you exactly how it's going to work, it's going to be really, really, really awesome. Next guy here, Ella, appreciate you. Thank you for being on here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, cool stuff. Mr. Julius, guys, I gotta tell you something about Julius here real quick. When he got started, I don't know, Julius, if you actually do the marketing that what other people are doing as far as like running. I don't know exactly what you're doing, but here's one thing I know about Julius. He just has his video camera everywhere he goes, and he would be like at the event or whatever, just like masterminds we're doing and things like that, and he would just videotape like random people, just people eating, people talking, just like random stuff. He puts it up on YouTube, and somehow miraculously he gets people signing up. And Julius, maybe you can talk about how you do that, man. I don't know how you do that, but how much money did you make so far with Big
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, brother.
Okay. And I apologize in advance because you are not seeing my real name here. We had a little glitch before we started the webinar, so I'm sorry. My name is Julius, Julius. So. First of all, thank you, Vick, for the invitation. I really appreciate it. I feel privileged to be here, and I am a very proud member of Big Idea Mastermind. For those you guys don't know me, my name is Julius again. I'm 56 years old, and this wanted to be a little encouragement for those of my age or older. You don't have to be in your teens or 20s to be able to make money on the internet. So my story in a nutshell, and I'm trying to be real brief. I used to be a licensed securities broker, a stockbroker in Florida and in New York City. I just loved my job. It was exciting, you know, glitzy. It was, I mean, different every day. I met a lot of people. I made some good money. So, but it also meant crazy hours for me. So I would be in my office among the first people who showed up at 7, the latest, in the morning. And I would go home maybe at 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Sometimes we basically moved in the office at Friday morning, and we went home Sunday midnight. And I'm not kidding. So it was crazy. I made a lot of money for my clients, and after a while I decided to run my own show, my own business. So I established a small hedge fund. If you guys don't know what a hedge fund is, let's just call it like a money management company that manages and invests other people's money, mostly in the stock market. So I was a happy camper. My clients loved me, and I wanted to serve them well. The problem I developed myself was that basically I traded the different international stock markets all day long. I traded the whole world in a 24-hour period through months, basically for 2 years. So I would get up around, I don't know, 3 in the morning to see what's going on in Europe. I'm in Florida. And then the U.S. exchanges would open early, and they would close around 4 in the afternoon. I jumped into my pool. I had an early breakfast, dinner, and basically Hong Kong was opening up at 7, and I later followed Australia, Japan, South Korea, whatever. There were 3 monitors set up next to my bed. You can imagine. That was a crazy life. So it was fun for a while, but later I got burnt out. This is typical. I mean, burning out as a stockbroker is typical. Actually, it was my work and my hobby at the same time, which I loved very much, but the amount of work I was putting in was killing me. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, really, I just felt a strange attraction towards something that we now know as online marketing. And I read books, tons of articles at that time on how these young guys were, you know, making a killing and selling stuff on the internet. So I was looking, and I was hoping to find the one and only book or course that would teach me how to do this. On Wall Street, we got an excellent education on how to smell a fish from a great distance, and that's important. And I can still smell a fish easily. By fish, I mean something that, like a book or like some sort of training material that is not what it promises to be. And we also had the ability to make decisions fast, obviously, in a split second on the stock market. So I was looking and looking to find something on online marketing, and I was smelling fish from all directions. I just couldn't help. Wherever I looked, I smelled dead fish. And I said to myself, oh, Julius, I mean, you might be just too picky. This is not the stock market anymore, so maybe the rules are different here, and I should be more relaxed. So I started buying various guru stuff with great enthusiasm, just to find out that I bought some dead fish. Obviously, I was, totally new to the business, and I had to learn the very basics to lay down a strong foundation to be able to proceed to higher levels. So after a lot of disappointment, I stumbled into Empower Network, and miraculously, I didn't smell a fish. A short time later, maybe a couple of weeks later, I found Vick's website, High Traffic Academy, and I knew immediately that I was into something real. There was no fluff, there was no bull stuff, and there was no smell of fish, just great training materials. Then I remember that Vick had maybe 2 or 3 webinars in last December, and I guess it was December the 20th, if I'm correct, when he announced the official launch of Big Idea Mastermind. And I also remember I immediately signed up. I was among the very first guys who signed up. Based on the information that we presented there, I just sensed that I knew that it was going to be the birthday of something great. I had no idea exactly what it was going to be, but I did not smell a fish, and that was a big thing for me. And my sixth sense told me to go ahead. So I was given the green light by my subconscious, basically. Actually, I did not much in terms of marketing in the first 2.5 months. I was busy setting up my own website and blog, and I was going through the Empower training materials. By the way, they are excellent. So this period was more like laying down a strong foundation. Maybe it was a little bit, I mean, too much of what we call paralysis of analysis. So I was going wild, and I wanted to learn everything I had access to. And finally, I started running my blog. I was writing articles. I did a couple of videos that Vick mentioned, maybe 40 or 50 of them, and I would put them on my YouTube channel. And I did some SEO work, like search engine optimization stuff. And to my biggest surprise, in 10 weeks, I made over $30,000, which is a nice start. So this may be encouragement to those who do not have the financial resources to do paid advertisement at the very beginning. My strategy was to drive free traffic to my website, and I was getting anywhere between, at that time, 500 to 700 people. I am talking about unique visitors a day for free. It's free traffic. They find you. You don't chase them. And obviously, some of those people would stick. I mean, they would like my site. Some of them would sign up, leaving their name and email address there. And some of those would eventually join my downline, and they would become paying members of Big Idea Mastermind. So again, my website has been living on totally free traffic. It's absolutely free. I never paid 1 cent to drive traffic to my website. And I just checked it. It's close to 100,000 visitors in, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, something like that. And and I have members in my downline from all continents, and I'm very proud of them. People who I never had the chance to meet personally, and this is why I consider online marketing one of the greatest businesses of the 21st century. You can be anywhere on earth. You can be sleeping and still making money. Oh, by the way, sleeping and making money. Yesterday, when I was about to go to sleep, it was 2 minutes before midnight, I remember. I received, you know, the jingling sound. I received an email from Dave and Dave. Congratulations, you just made $3,000. That's the best, I mean, the nicest, the most beautiful email you can get on earth. Well, I had a good night's sleep, you can imagine. Then I woke up 7 hours later, and the first thing I do every morning before I do anything else, I would turn on my computer and I just check my emails. I mean, you never know. And guess what? Dave and Dave sent me another email. Congratulations, you just made $3,000. First, I thought it was the same email. No, it was a different. It was a second one. So basically, during that night, while I was sleeping, I made $6,000 yesterday. And with some other smaller profits, I made just under the $30 shy of $8,000 in 24 hours, which is my best day so far. So this has been my best day, and I am proud of it. And this is the day of this huge hangout with almost, I don't know, 15,000 people, and talk about positive energies here. I mean, so guys, I'm coming. So I am attacking the highs. Of course, a little disclosure here. These results are not typical, as Vick said it earlier, because we are not typical. I mean, if people are up in the middle of the night to watch a webinar, they are not typical, obviously. And also, one more thing. I would not have been able to land those two $3,000 commissions had I not gone all in. So my advice is get all in. I promise you, it's a different world up there once you are all in. Basically, that's my story. So if I want to answer your question, what was the one thing that made the biggest difference for me? It's not a thing, it's my ability to help others start reaching for the stars. We all came from a different background, with different views of the world, with different likes and dislikes, with different preferences. Usually people have very little idea about what works and what does not work in online marketing when they start out. So some people like writing articles and post them on their blogs. Some others prefer, creating videos and publish them on YouTube. Others like paid traffic. I feel satisfied if I can help my downline members find a method that they resonate with. There's so much stuff out there, it's hard to pick your favorite. So basically, my goal is to inspire people and help them reach their dreams. And I try to help them understand that making money is important, but it's a tool and not a goal.
Awesome, man.
Basically, that's it.
So you're doing, and we need to have. By the way, guys, next in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna, Julius, I actually want to get you on a special webinar, actual training webinar, and kind of dig your brain a little bit, pick your brain to see exactly what you're doing with your stuff. We're gonna do that in the Big Idea Mastermind, if you don't mind. We'll you and I will talk about it. Because obviously what you're doing is extraordinary. I mean, to earn over $100,000 in like 8 months or whatever, and not spending any money for it is actually pretty genius. So we'll have you on, if you don't mind talking about how you do what you do.
Anytime.
Cool stuff. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys. We're about to. Before we get to Kappa here, I want to announce this to you guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is this. Listen, we started Big Idea Mastermind about 8 months ago, right? And man, we just said we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something good. We're gonna make a big difference. And so we've created a system, created a platform for that's around Empowered Network, which is our vehicle again. Something that I'm just fired up about. I mean, when I spoke with owners of the company, it actually took me like 10 months to make a decision to join forces with the company, because I did not really understand the compensation plan. And it's just like 100% commissions, and I'm like how does a company make money when they pay out 100% commissions? How would you like to make 100% commissions? Pretty awesome. It doesn't get any better. But my block was that I did not understand how the company would make money. You see, but then when I spoke with them and I saw the vision for the company, and I saw exactly, and I took the time to research, guys. I said we're gonna build something great. That's something that has never been done before, and we're gonna build it around Empowered Network. And so that's exactly what we did with Big Idea Mastermind. 14 or 15,000 members later in 8 months. A lot of people are making a lot of money. And guys, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna be launching this 10K challenge. Basically, here's the idea. Okay, you have to. This is not for everybody. Okay. There is a button that just popped up, okay? But I want you to, don't listen. I want you to listen to me very closely right now, okay? Because I'm going to explain to you the rules, okay? What we're going to do here, okay? And we're going to go to Kappa and the rest of these guys and talk to them. So here's the thing. What we're doing here, okay, is something a little bit different, okay? Let me explain to you what that means. We have some things that we tolerate and some things that we don't tolerate here with Big Idea Mastermind. Okay, and the same thing I would suggest in your business. Okay, if you have a business, set some boundaries. Some things that you will tolerate, some things that you will not tolerate. Okay, some of you guys are listening to this and you're like, well, where's the meat? And you completely missed out, right? Some of you guys are listening to this and you're gonna take these ideas and you're gonna implement it, right? When we launched Big Idea Mastermind, we said we're going to have a code of conduct, all right, to where every single member will have to agree to, right? And there are some things that we don't tolerate, like being, complaining or being negative, and we just don't tolerate that stuff. And okay, it doesn't matter who you are, I mean, if we're gonna bring together a group of people, okay, that's like-minded, okay, that's going in a direction of success. We have to make sure that we don't have anybody who is not in in alignment with what we do, right? Not who don't share our vision. So today, right, we've got a system, we've got a platform, we've got a 30 days to 10K program, okay, which is available to the platinum members. Again, you will hear all, you'll see it all in the Big Idea Mastermind in the members area. This challenge that we're doing here, okay, basically is this: we're going to be taking some people, okay, when if you agree to the code of conduct, okay, you will be able to participate, all right, if you get with the Big Idea Mastermind. So here's how it's going to work. Starting on Tuesday, okay, we are kicking this off, okay, and it's going to be a 30-day. It's going to be a 30-day program. For those of you guys who have never taken this, you're going to be in for a treat, okay? 30 days to taking your income to $10,000. That's the intention, okay? Obviously, guys, I cannot guarantee you legally anything, and I'm not going to, okay? But one thing I can tell you, over the last 7 years, I was, doing marketing successfully, okay? And I've learned a lot of things, and I have, I discovered a few things of my own, and so what I'm doing here is I'm putting this together into a 30-day program, okay, to where every single day I tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay, there is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and you do that. Okay, me walking you through, literally taking you by the hand virtually and walking you through and telling you what you need to do every single day. Okay, that's per day. Okay, on a daily basis. There is no information overload. It's exactly what you need to do today to help you get a step closer to that $10,000 income goal. Okay, now you go through this program. Okay, 30 days, every single day, 30 days. Okay, and then we are going to do something very special, okay? Now, even though I can't make any guarantees on income, folks, I am confident. I can look you right now in the eye through this camera, and I can say, listen, if you actually go through this program, if you do what it shows you to do, okay, and if you don't get to at least $10,000 per month in income minimum, okay, there is probably something you either didn't follow the program or you just something wrong with you. I mean, it's seriously, it's that good. Okay, I am confident that anybody that actually goes through and does what the program tells them to do and goes through it as if their life depended on it. Okay, they should be getting and earning having 5-figure months. Okay, so here's what we do. At the end of the 30 days, okay, you guys will be submitting your testimonials, okay, your case studies with how this worked for you, okay. So the rest of the BIMers, the rest of the Big Idea Mastermind members will vote on it, okay, and then we'll pick top 3 stories, top 3 testimonials, top 3 case studies, okay, that's voted, most voted for. And then we're going to take you guys out. We're going to fly you out to some kind of private, exotic location, possibly on a yacht or something like that. We're going to hang out. We're going to mastermind, and we're going to help you take your business from $10,000 a month and explode it and 10x it, okay, to $100,000 per month. Paulo Barroso is on his way there. We got a few of you guys who are on your way there. So it's really it's a cool thing. Now, the biggest thing that what excites me about this is that what's going to happen here over the next 30 days, all right, is for those of you guys who go through this program, okay, you guys will be the biggest, probably the next rising stars of this industry. Okay, you will be those people who others will look up to you, and they will. They'll see you as this somebody special, quote unquote. Okay, somebody who is, somebody who is making it, right? But the reality is you will go through this program. There's 3 stages. Okay, stage number 1 is preparation for domination. Okay, it's days 1 through 10. Okay. We're working a lot on shifting your your self-image, your focus, your setting up your why. We're crafting that along with some marketing stuff. Okay, you will be getting results starting from day 1. I guarantee you, if you follow the program. Okay, when we get to stage 2, okay, Stage 2 is broken down, and it's all about taking massive action. It's about, you know, traffic, getting traffic, specific places where I go personally to get my traffic from, my personal vendors, my personally where I go to run my ads. There are there are places out there on the internet, guys, that I can tell you. You go there, right, and you can say, I need 20,000 visitors to my site. And listen, we got 14,000 people still on this webinar right now. Just check my stats. I can do a screen share with you, but maybe I'll do it in a minute. Okay, guys, how do you do this? All right. Well, you do this by understanding marketing and understanding how to position and how to structure your promotions and things like that, right? So I'm confident that once you go through this. I mean, there is no possible reason why somebody would go through that and not succeed. I mean, it's just no reason why. Okay, so stage 2 or phase 2 of the program is days 11 through 20. It's all about taking out massive action, and it's focusing a lot on the very, very low cost marketing as well as the medium level stuff and also the advanced stuff. Okay, it is intense. All right. Every single day, I tell you what to do. I say, hey, go here. Here's what you do. Here's what you need to run. Where you need to run your ads and things like that. Okay. The exact same thing. What I would do if I would start over from scratch. Okay. Then phase 3 of the program, which is days 21 through 30, it's all about leadership and leverage. Okay, leverage and leadership, and this is where you actually, by this time you're having a team under you. You have, people who are succeeding in your team, and you're leveraging yourself, and you really position yourself as a leader, folks. 30 days from today, you can have completely different lifestyle. You can be a completely different marketer. Okay, you can be a completely different person. Okay, it's all done very, very strategically to where it's taking you through, these phases. And then as long as you follow the program, folks, you will get results. I guarantee you, starting in the first, I'd say in the first 5 to 6 days, if you don't say, my goodness, this is the best thing I have ever taken in my life, right? If you don't say that, let me know, and I will personally run your campaigns for you. Okay, I'm telling you, it's that good. Okay, and so that's why I'm so confident. Again, even though I cannot legally guarantee any income, and I'm not going to tell you that I guarantee you're going to make 10,000. I will guarantee you this: if you follow the program, you will never ever be the same again. All right, your business will never be the same again. So you guys can start participating in that if you want to. All right, so we want to jump over to Kappa. Kappa, you have been you started with Big Idea, and by the way, guys, all these people on the panel here, they're all with Big Idea Mastermind. So they're all they all started out with us 8 months or 8 months ago or less. So Kappa, when did you start with us, brother? Did you start in the beginning? At the very beginning, you did, right?
Yes, I started at the very beginning.
Yeah. So you were one of those guys who just you. In the beginning, when we were still building the system, you were like, man, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make it happen. And you did not, you did not whine or complain about anything. You just went out there and got sign-ups and made a ton of money.
That definitely. I remember the first day. I can even remember it as if it was yesterday. I just made a decision. I'm gonna do it no matter what. Like no plan B. Just do it and forget about everything else.
Yeah, how if you want to share, man, I mean, I know you got some really cool. I mean, you were up on stage in Denver, getting your check. How much was that for?
That check was for 48,200. That was in Denver. Yeah, 48,200. That was 3 months.
That was in 3 months. What's you made a few more bucks since then, right?
Yes, definitely.
Nice, bro. So what are you doing? I mean, what helped you get to where you are? Maybe what's your background, just real quick, because we need to move on. We need to chop. What helped you get to where you are today, and what are you doing that can help other people if they implement it in their marketing?
All right, I'll just be real quick. Like, what got me where I was today was first thing, of course, I found a mentor, which was you, Vick, and I started listening. You know what people say? Don't just listen to what people tell you to do. You have to do more than listening. So you have to you have to watch, because somebody can tell you something, but you might not pick up everything. But you just watch what they do, watch what they talk. I mean, what they talk about. Just watch them. Just You know, just watch them. Whoever who you want to be like, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to select a millionaire, watch what they do, and listen to what they tell you. The most important thing, listen to what they tell you. And the main if I look back exactly when everything changed for me was kind of like I used to promote a product from Vick, kind of in the back. It was called DSC, and he actually had the product he's just talking to you guys about. You know, that 30-day program, the 30-day challenge. You know, and I went through that program, and just like Vic saying, you know, he's just not making this up. It really changed everything. It made me aware of like life, my paradigms, why I was in the situation where I was, and it just, you know, you just see the world differently. You know, I started taking responsibility of everything. I changed my habits. You know, like every single day. I mean, I don't watch the news. I don't put any negative stuff in my head. You know, all that stuff I learned through the 30-day program he was talking about. And when you change your habits, you know, your whole life will change. You know, I'm not even making this up. Your whole life will change. You start seeing the world in a different viewpoint. So a couple of things that I do just to share with you. I'll be real quick. When the first thing I do when I wake up, of course, I'm always reading. You know, reading, because you need to work on yourself more than you working on your business. You know, your income can only grow to the extent to which you grow. So when you start working on yourself, because you know a lot of people go to job, they're working on the job, but have you ever one day thought about yourself and be like, hey, you know what? Let me work on myself. You know, everybody needs to work on themselves. You know, and when I mean like working on themselves, I'm talking about personal development videos. All this stuff like I'm talking about is in Power Network and in the Big Idea Mastermind back office. You know, you start to grow. You start to see, you become a leader. You know, you start becoming a leader in the industry. And not only that, you start like helping other people and attracting other people. Just like Vic was talking about their laws of success. You know, if you asked me like a year ago, like, hey Kappa, would you ever think of making like $5,000 a month? I was like, oh man, I would have to work like 60 whatever hours a week to make that kind of money. But just when was that? On 2 days ago, I made $8,000. Just 2 days ago, in one day, $8,000. And right now, in 3 days, I've made $11,000 in 3 days. And I'm not just telling you guys to brag. I'm just telling you the power of working on yourself. You work on yourself, your income will follow you. You know, it's just it's very hard to just explain just like that until you actually go through the program, like see exactly what I'm talking about. And another thing I started doing is like I started sharing my knowledge. You know, after going through the whole 30-day program, I started like sharing the knowledge with other people. You know, you give up. You know, because the more you give up, the more you get in. You know, and not only that, you also want to listen to people who are doing much better than you. You know, for example, like Vic and all that stuff. Because, you know, every time you talk and every time you're talking, you know, you can get more info. I mean, every time you don't talk and listen, you get more information about the industry you want to know. And you want to learn it for people who are actually doing really good. Like Vic was saying that a lot of people on the internet right now, they tell you, yeah, come do this. I'll show you how to make $5,000 a month when they're not even making $5,000 a month themselves. How can somebody teach you how to make $5,000 a month when they're not making $5,000? It just doesn't make sense. So I started working on myself and changed my whole habits. My life is totally different. I don't put any negativity. I don't complain. I take responsibility of everything, and your whole life will change. And I remember another thing that I did that I learned that really, really worked for me was writing down goals. Because I remember January of this year, Vic did a webinar for us, and he told us, write down the exact number you want to make this year, like the total figure. And when he said that, not just the total figure, you have to write down how much exactly, you have to break it down into segments, like how much you want to make a month, exact figure, how much you want to make per week, and how much you want to make per day, even by the hour. You know, don't worry about the how everything is gonna work. Just do it. Just write it down. And all this is taught in the program Vic was just telling you about. Like, it's real. Like, guys, it works. You know, I'll be talking about income here in a couple of seconds. But again, I'll give some disclosures. Like, he might give you the program. It's up to you whether you're gonna take the action or just look at it and just be like, all right, I'll just wait for the money to come. You have to take massive action. You know, you don't take massive action, you don't get results. So I wrote down on a piece of paper I wanted to make 100,000 this year, and I didn't even, you know, I even felt uncomfortable. I was like, oh man, like, oh, I know a lot of people who make $100,000, like brain surgeons, they do like crazy work, you know. I was like, I felt so uncomfortable. And Vic was like, read it every day to yourself. Every day, the moment you wake up, just read it. In fact, write it on a piece of paper, like a card, like a go card. Wherever you go, just read it. Like, read it 5 times a day. Before you go to bed, read it. So I wrote down I want to make 100,000 a month. And guess what, guys? Today, as of September 5th, I've made over $120,000 in using Big Idea Mastermind and Empower Network. You know, you had asked me how does that happen. I'm telling you, I wrote down on a piece of paper exactly how much I want to make, and that's when everything changed for me. In terms of some of the, and again, income disclosures. You know, my results are not typical. Like I was telling you, I had to do things that other people don't want to do now in order to have a better future. You know, every time somebody is like playing around, like going out, like drinking, laughing about, I'm reading, I'm working on myself. You know, you're fooling around somewhere and whatever, I'm working on myself. You're eating, I'm working on myself. I'm at the gym. Before I'll be listening to like music, my favorite music, techno and all that stuff. But right now I'm at the gym and I'm listening to like Bob Proctor. I'm listening to Napoleon here over and over again. And this through repetition, that's when you change. You know, you just one day, it will just happen, just like a boom, you just be a different person. I know like some of you are looking at me like, I don't know what this guy is talking about. Let me just do it. It doesn't hurt you. Just try. Just try and do it. Whatever you learn from the program Vic just told you about. And a couple of tips that I wanted to share with you in terms of like traffic and how my business, like how I run my business. First of all, I use what we call solo ads. I use a lot of solo ads. So what happens is that we have other internet marketers who have different lists of subscribers. So you pay them a couple of dollars depending how many clicks you have. So you pay them a couple of dollars for them to take your link with your offer and then mail it to their list. And they charge you based on the number of clicks you get. And if you want a website where you can find some solo ad providers, you can go to www.safeswaps.com. So that's one way I get traffic. And another way I get traffic is through Facebook. You know, Facebook is exploding. You know, I have a fan page and I get traffic from there as well. And the most important thing, apart from getting traffic, you know, once you grow and all that, it's becoming a leader. So whatever you've learned throughout your life, you need to be able to pass it on to your people, to the people you're working with. You know, whatever you learn, how good you learn, all your skills, all your knowledge, you pass it down to them. Because what will happen is like a ripple effect. You pass it down to them, they pass it down to other people. So it's like you're bettering everybody. You know, like everybody gets better. Because think about, at the end of the day, it's how many people have you helped, or how many people are better off because of you. So you're always helping. You know, people always send me private messages. Cap, I need help with this. I'm always there to help people. Just focus on helping people. Success will come. You know, you attract success by the person you become. So, Vic, I mean, that's, I know I can go on and on, but you know, I have to give time for other people to talk.
I'm feeling you, brother. You're you know, you're an inspiration, man. If somebody, what you did is incredible, man. I just appreciate you. Great job, man. You're going straight to the top, bro. Following the 30-day program, and you're just getting started with it, aren't you?
Oh yeah, just getting started on 123. I mean 123. Actually, you know what, guys? I even made a $3,000 sale just being here right now. I just got an email saying, hey, like what he said was like, I just got a notification from there. It was like, congratulations, you just made a $3,000 commission. Again, income disclaimers. You know, I'm not a typical guy. You know, that I do things that other people don't want to do for me to achieve these results. You know, So we can't guarantee you anything. I don't know who you are, but I'm telling you, this stuff works. If you work on yourself more than you work on your business, you will be getting $3,000 commissions every single day.
Yeah, man. It's awesome, man. Awesome stuff. Kappa, we'll also, man. We'll also have you, on other specific trainings, sharing about, how you're doing what you're doing. Because, man, earning over $100,000 in 8 months is incredible. Cool, man. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Mark Soto. How are you, brother?
Vic? Good. How about yourself?
Hey, man, it's always good talking to you. You're always like blessing people. You're like, man, God bless you. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yes. God bless you.
Life is good, isn't it, brother?
It is. It sure is, Vic. I'm very, very, very grateful to be here with this dream team right here. Wow, awesome nuggets, and I'm just very excited, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful.
Yeah, awesome, man. Gratitude is a good thing. Brother. You got one heck of a story. What are you doing? What's how did you get to where you are? What's the one thing that you can share with everybody, bro? What are you doing in your business? Because you're making some good money right now.
Yes, I am, and I'm very grateful, like I said. And just a little brief background. I'm actually in ministry. I'm a minister, guys. I preach the life-changing gospel of Jesus Christ inside the prisons. We do outreach ministry, and we help the less fortunate. So what we were actually doing, we were selling banana nut bread and fundraising in the streets, which is all fine, doing all that. But I told my wife, let's pray. We got to do something different, and so we can stay as a family home, and we can continue doing this labor for the Lord out in the prisons, out in the streets, wherever it's needed, mission work, what have you, wherever He sends us. So we need to feed that ministry, because up to that point, before we got the big idea, I was paying myself, cheerfully paying, for this labor that we're doing, and getting some fundraising. But of course that didn't do too much for the finances. But anyhow, so when I saw a big idea and I saw you, Vic, this just went parallel with what we wanted to do. We want to help people. Okay, I want to help people and reach out. And this is really what Big Idea Mastermind is about. Okay, it's a movement. It's kind of hard to say that, it's a job. It's hard to call it a job, that we're working online, guys, because, here we were in Hawaii, I was drinking a coconut, and I got a member that got all in, like Kappa was talking about, just awesome things, and it's kind of hard to call it a job. But I want to share with you guys just real quick, and I believe that a lot of you guys can relate to what I'm about to share with you guys. I want you to pay close attention, okay, and I want you to take some notes, okay, because this can make a difference in your life, okay? This is about life-changing, guys. Sometimes we say it's good, but we're talking about greatness here, okay? You know why? Because you were made by a creator, okay, and he doesn't produce things that are not good. Amen. But I'm not here to preach, guys. Okay, so the first thing that made a difference in my personal business, guys, and I want you to keep in mind, okay, that I didn't know what a link was. I didn't know what a URL was. That's how green I was. And I'm still a baby. But praise the Lord. We got the numbers. We're producing. Okay, so apparently we're doing something right. Okay, so I would pay close attention. Okay, in my first 6 weeks, that's even before actually the system was on. Amen. When I got to Miami, I think it was 8,600, Vic, when you interviewed me in Miami, and this is how I got there, guys, okay? And I'm talking about being green. I'm talking about not knowing what a link was, okay? I'm talking about knowing nothing about internet marketing, guys, okay? You know what the difference was? And I want you to write this down. I started doing something before I understood everything. Okay, I want you to write that down, and I want you to place it on your refrigerator. I want you to place a Post-it right around your computer. Post about 10 of them. I started doing something. Me and my wife started doing something before I understood everything. A lot of times we want to understand everything before we start doing, and what happens is that we just stand still and we don't do nothing. or anything, I'm sorry, okay? And it's just, instead of a dream, instead of a vision, it's an illusion. Okay, so again, I'm going to say it again. I started doing something. What do I mean by that? I started posting. Okay, I started leveraging off of Vick. Okay, off of his success, because I didn't have success at first. Okay, but as I started having success, and I started getting success pretty early. Again, when I got to Miami, it was 8,500, 8,600. I don't remember. Okay, but because I started posting, I started saying, "Hey guys, I just got 3 leads." Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I started posting. You know what, guys? I just got 10 leads. Posting my results, and more than that, I can show you and teach you how to do that for yourself. I got a video that I just posted, and it just went viral. And more than that, I can teach you how to do that. Simple stuff like that. And more than anything, guys, this is the beauty of it. Sometimes we make it too hard. Okay, and it's simplicity. Let's come as children. Okay, simplicity. Let's just listen, and not only listen, learn. Okay, I always say this. Let's not learn just to get our head full of knowledge like Jack in the Box. How many of you guys like Jack in the Box? Praise the Lord. I love the curly fries, man, with cheese. Those are good. Praise the Lord. Anyhow, we don't just learn to get our head full of knowledge, guys, but we learn so we can implement. Okay, we start producing, number 1. Okay, number 2, start posting in Facebook, in Twitter, in LinkedIn. What you're making. If it's 5 leads, post it with all your heart. Remember, your reaction will be imparted to others. Okay, and if you're just posting like, oh man, it was just luck, Lady Luck's on my side, well, forget it. Don't post it. Don't post it until you get right. Okay, until you get your mindset right, and feel that and impart that into your team, impart that into your prospects, because you have a passion and a desire for them to succeed, for them to pass you of where you're at. Amen. So first you start producing, and it's not hard to produce. If you can copy and paste, my friend, you can produce. Okay, I was not waiting for anything or for anyone. I started doing something, guys. That's the key word. Start doing. Listen, guys, I don't understand why a black cow eats green grass and produces white milk, but every night my wife brings me a big bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios with milk, and I drink that milk. Praise the Lord. Can I get an amen? I love to talk about food. Sometimes people are falling asleep. I'll wake them up with some tacos or Cheerios or something. You start producing, guys. Okay, step number 2, you start posting. Okay, but like Vic said, you wanna get right. Do your personal development, like Kappa, like BJ, and everybody else said. Work hard on yourself. Right after you're fresh, fired up, working on yourself, go post those stuff. And man, let me tell you, man, you're gonna have an explosion in your business. Of course, I can't guarantee. Disclaimer. These results are not typical, because we are not typical. No way are we typical. You guys are not typical. You know why? Because all the tire kickers already left. You guys are here. You are not typical. There's greatness in you, my friend. There's potential in you, powerful potential. And there's something also powerful inside of you, and that's the will to choose. And let me tell you one thing right now. Success is a decision that you can make right now. If me and my wife came in here knowing nothing, and we just started posting a link, which this man knows how to convert, he'll make the videos, high converting videos. He's the #1 guy in Empower Network. Okay, I just send him to Vic. That's it. Post the link, people watch the video, and you will start getting results. It's as simple as that, guys. We don't have to make it hard. And sometimes we make it too hard. Okay. Now that was the big difference in my business, guys. I started doing something. Please write that down, guys. Don't wait until don't wait, guys. Okay. Start doing something. Everything's there in the back office, guys. Even what I'm about to share next. One strategy that I'm doing that's working great right now, Vic talked a little bit about it. I just want to go in there fast. Media buying, guys, banners. How easy is just getting a banner? You don't even have to write an ad or anything. Just get a nice banner. You can even get Again, these banners are already in your back office. It's already done for you. Grab the banner, okay? Write this down. Go to Google, depending on the niche that you're in. Okay, maybe you're in lose weight. Apparently I'm not gonna teach you to lose weight. Look at me. Praise the Lord. Amen. But if you're in the lose weight, you can type in Google. You can put on there lose weight blogs and hit enter, and you're gonna get all kinds of lose weight. The first page. These if your thing is if you're selling dog food blogs, hit enter and you get a whole list. If you sell underwears, I don't know, underwear blogs, and you get all the traffic from the first page of Google, go into those blogs, guys. But here's the thing: you want to also grab, go into those links and see. Usually on the top or on the very bottom, you can see where they say advertise here, okay? Or if not, you can actually send them an email and say, hey, I'm interested in putting advertising with you guys and introduce yourself. Okay, a lot of times it's good to call them, okay, to introduce and speak to them, okay? But another thing, guys, once you find where you can advertise with these guys, you want to make sure that they're getting a lot of traffic. Of course, they're in the first page, but it can be like a one-time wonder guy, okay? You want to check on Alexa. You want to go to alexa.com, write this down, alexa.com, okay, and you want to check the ranking on that particular blog. And once you check the ranking, you see, oh, man, this guy's getting a lot of traffic. See, we don't have to break our head into, in the beginning to try to get all the traffic to our personal blog. You can. I do that also, okay? But this is another strategy. If you're just starting, this is the way to go, guys, okay? Easy, cheesy, Japanesey. I'm trying to keep it simple, okay? So you go and you check if that blog for your niche. Of course, we're in the make money online. We're in the business opportunity. So you do business opportunity, how to start my own business blog, and check those blogs in there. Okay, if they're ranking high, they're already ranking high, and you can advertise. You can place your banners there. You can get a lot of quality, laser targeted audience and prospects and leads into your list. Okay, and they will turn into sales. Again, income disclaimer, these are not typical, because we're not typical. Amen. We're not typical. Amen. But yeah, I'm just trying to be very brief, guys. I'm sorry. We got some great people coming up right now, and that's it. First, I started doing something. Do something. Write that down. Write it down, guys. Write it down. Put it all over your refrigerator, all over your computer. If you have tattoos, write a tattoo. I don't know, brother. Okay, but just keep it in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and in your spirit. Okay, don't do a tattoo. Okay. Erase that. Can you edit that out, Vic? Praise the Lord. God bless you guys. I appreciate you, no matter what your gender is. If you're male, female, if you're skinny or fluffy like me, no matter what color of skin, no matter where you're from, no matter what your belief is, I would love to shake your hand, and if I see you in one of these events. God bless you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Vic.
Dude, congratulations, man. You're awesome. Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
You're just on fire, Mark, and I can tell the passion that's just the genuineness that's inside of you, brother. It's cool. Good to have you on here, man. I'm proud of you.
Praise the Lord. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, guys. Thanks for everybody that's here.
You're going to the top. Hey, Miles.
Yes, sir.
How are you, man?
Fantastic. How you doing, Vic?
Oh man, I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up, guys. We still have over 10,000 people on this hangout. Man, still listening to us here. Just noticed something, guys. The start the 10K challenge button right below this video. When you actually click it, it will open in the same window. So don't click it. Not yet, anyway. Okay, because you'll be taken off. And that's something that I just informed my our programmers. I'm like, guys, man, what'd you guys do? That needs to open in the new window. Anyway, so. Miles, man, what I want, you got, first of all, dude, you got like, one heck of a story, which I know that many people heard you talk about that. But you're also doing incredible things in your business. You guys are growing. You guys are building. You guys are making things happen, shaking things up, and and taking some massive actions on some things. And I know that it wasn't for you like that, was it?
No, not at all, Vic. I started off very, very shaky, to say the least.
So it might be a good idea to briefly, because I know there are some people right now on this webinar, on this hangout, they're listening, and they are in Miles' shoes, like he was, I don't know, a year ago. Miles, where were you, brother, like a year ago? I mean, was that like, because I know you started with us like 8 months ago with Big Idea Mastermind. Were you successful before that, or when did this whole change started to happen for you? And what happened? How were you able to turn everything around? Because man, I see you. I saw you in Hawaii. You're with your wife. You guys are all over each other, and you're smiling, and it seems like everything's going awesome for you, right?
Yeah, and thank you, Vic. And guys, I just first of all I just want to say that I'm extremely blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you, Vic, and I'm blessed to be sitting in this chair. And when I say sitting in this chair, I'm blessed to be sitting in this chair in this particular house, because about a year ago, Vic, I pretty much, at least I thought I had it all. I was doing pretty well. I'm a former real estate investor, for all of you real estate investors out there, or anybody dabbling in real estate. And me and my wife were doing pretty well. We were accumulating properties and doing the real estate business, what have you. But one thing I love about the Big Idea Mastermind, about this group that I'm in, it's really changed me as a person and given me a chance to really focus deep on myself, which is something I never did. I was just making the money fast on the real estate business, and some months we made a ton of money, and some months we didn't really make any money. And I knew that, okay, but my wife didn't know that. She suspected everything was going fine, and in fact, I was hiding bills from my wife, and I was a pretty good hider, okay, to say the least. But I couldn't hide the fact that, well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little bit more about my story, because I believe in being very transparent, and I have nothing to hide, and I'm willing to share my personal struggles with 14,000 or 10,000 of you that who's ever out there. Let me tell you something. I was doing the real estate thing, so I kind of had my own business. My wife works. She has a regular job, which I'm going to be retiring her from very soon. But anyway, since I was home working on my real estate business, I used to make sure that I would run out. She's laughing now. She's listening. I used to run out and pick up the mail, because I knew our house was going to be approaching foreclosure, and I figured, I always land on my feet. I'll find some way to get out of that. I'll pay off the bills. She'll never know about it. So I was doing that. I was paying off some bills, taking money from here to pay this, taking money from there to pay that. And about a year ago, folks, it really just caught up with me. It got to the point where there was just no more money left at the end where I could cover all these bills, even though I was hiding them. So my wife found out about the foreclosure notices, and of course she was extremely upset. And I just saw no way out. And my wife even told me, she said, listen, if this real estate thing doesn't get better what you're doing, you're going to have to go back and find a job, a job. And when she told me that, there was like this shiver that went through my spine, because I had been working on my own for about 4 or 5 years, and I really liked the freedom of having my own business, being able to make as much money as I wanted, as long as I was in the right business. So I knew at that point I really had to do something quick, and I said, well, let me try one more thing, because I always had in the back of my mind I wanted to try internet marketing. In fact, I was kind of dabbling in internet marketing while I was doing the real estate, which thank God I did, because I came across a website, a tiny little website, and I can still remember it was like late November, right after Thanksgiving, and I clicked on this website, and I was like desperate at that point to find something else to do to supplement my real estate business, or really just do away with my real estate business and start over again. And lo and behold, I found this guy talking, just like we're talking to you tonight. And you know, I'm like, who's this guy? I never heard of him before. And you know, he had kind of a funny accent, and I was ready to just, you know, kind of just click on the video and just hang up on it. I said, you know, let me listen a little bit longer. And what he was saying to me was really resonating with me. I mean, it was exactly what I was looking for, because, like I said, I was dabbling in the internet marketing business, but I wasn't driving any traffic. I mean, I wasn't getting any leads. I wasn't doing anything. And at that point, we were going to have to move out of this house that we're in and move into an apartment or what have you. So I said, let me take a chance. Let me take a chance and click on this and see what this guy has to offer. And to make a long story short, lo and behold, it was Vick. And I've said this before. I'll keep saying it over and over again. And sometimes I say this, I'm not even sure if Vick really believes me, but becoming part of this mastermind group and being fortunate enough to meet Vick and work with him, Vick actually saved my marriage. Because here I am, you know, thinking that I'm digging myself out of this hole, I'm hiding bills from my wife. And guys, for any of you out there that are married or you have a girlfriend, don't try to hide anything from your wife or girlfriend. Trust me, they're going to find out. Women just have this sixth sense or seventh sense, this intuition, where they're going to find out. So anyway, back to my story. I decided, you know, I have to do something. I have to do something here. So I'll say it, I took a chance, because I really didn't know if it was going to work. I really didn't know if Vick was a real deal or he's just some other guy, you know, peddling some crap on the internet. And let me tell you something, folks. Vick is the real deal. Big Idea Mastermind, folks, is the real deal, because I know that there's some of you out there right now, husband and wives, boyfriend and girlfriends, and you're stressed. You're fighting about money. In fact, financial reasons are one of the #1 reasons why people get divorced. And here I am, you know, all proud husband, didn't know the whole time that my wife was thinking about leaving the relationship. And folks, my wife is my baby. I mean, thank God, thank the Lord I didn't lose her. But if I had lost her, seriously, I might have taken my life. I might have taken my life. And what Vick taught me, Vick said, listen, Miles, if you want to make money in this business, in any other business, you have to have a why. You have to have a burning desire why you want to do it. It's not good enough to say, well, I want to make $5,000 a month, or I want to make $10,000 a month. That's not good enough. You have to have a burning desire, passion inside of you, where when you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about your why. During the day, you're thinking about your why. You know, when you're sitting on a toilet, you're thinking about your why. When you go to bed at night, you're thinking about my why. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. 2 people changed my life. 2 people. Vick and my wife. And she's sitting right here, which is my why. I just want to bring her in the camera. So, because folks, you have to see your why. You have to envision it. You have to write it down. And I have wrote it down. I wrote down, gonna do this for my wife. Gonna do that for my wife. And I shouldn't be sharing this because it's supposed to be a surprise, but what the hell? Gonna take my wife on a Disney World first-class vacation, sit in first class, everything paid, because she deserves it. Sweetheart, just come here, just for a second. And she doesn't like cameras, but just say hi. Just say hi.
Hi, Vick. How you doing? Hi, guys.
Hey.
Folks, this is my why, okay? This is what it's about. It's not about making money, because here, now I'm getting started. I'm going to start beating on my desk.
Yeah.
If I start beating on my desk, I'm getting started. Folks, guys, I made a lot of money in real estate. I was living the high life. Got the BMW, you know, got the big house, 4,000 square foot house, 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths. Just me and my wife here. We don't need all that space, you know. And I knew I had it. But to be at that level and think that you're going to lose it all. And folks, I would have lost it all. And yeah, I would have started over again. And I think me and my wife would have somehow stayed together, you know. But I found an opportunity that resonated with me. I mean, if this doesn't resonate with you, you know, go do something else. But I know that most of you listening, if you're still here, especially if you're still here, I know this is going to resonate with you, and you're saying to yourself, I don't know if I should trust those guys. I mean, maybe they're just making this stuff up. Maybe they're making the numbers up. I've heard all that before. I don't know if I should trust these people. But I'm going to tell you something. If it's resonating with you, you need to become part of what we're doing and change your life or save your relationship. Because I know there's people out there that are on the fringe right now of breaking up. I know that. And when I became part of this group, this mastermind group, within my first 2 weeks, which by the way, all went to bills because I had so many bills backed up, my first 2 weeks, I had made $15,000. $15,000. And without that money, again, I would not be sitting right here talking to you, and my wife and I might not be together. So, again, if anything we said is resonating with you, if you're struggling, looking for a way to make your life better, to make your children's life better, you need to become part of what we're doing, because this is real, folks. This is not just another, bullcrap push button thing that you get into. Oh yeah, I tried that before, I didn't make any money. Oh yeah, I tried that before, I didn't make any money. This is the real thing, because this is changing lives. All the people here that are on this panel, their lives have been changed internally and externally by getting involved in this program. And I just can't say enough about it. I'm just proof. This saved my marriage, probably saved my life. And I want to thank you, Vick, for coming into my life. However it happened, law of attraction, which I do believe in, however it happened, I just want to you have no clue, brother. I just want to thank you for coming into my life. That's all I can say.
Well, man, don't thank me. I mean, you're the one who took action. You're the one who did it. But what I love about what you guys are doing is I mean, now see some of you guys are I mean, you're going through stuff right now in your life, and you think, how is this going to turn out? It's sometimes your the valleys that we go into in life, that can be your greatest story later. You know what I mean? So whatever you're going through right now, guys, you're gonna use that later to to touch other people. I mean, Miles, how many other people are out there that maybe are in the similar shoes that you were like a year ago? There's probably a lot. So cool stuff, man. I appreciate you, bro. Good to have you on here. Hey, Nick Evangelista is the next one in line here, man. Nick, how old are you, brother?
I'm 24.
You are 24 years young.
I am.
Nice. How's now you're not, I don't know. I mean, I spoke with you briefly in I think it was Hawaii or Florida. But you're not married, or are you married?
No, I am not married.
Kind of single, looking.
I'm single. I'm
single.
Having
fun. Yeah, enjoying life.
I'm working my way towards finding that right one.
Yeah. Cool stuff. And I got married when I was 20. So by the time I was 24, I think we had like, I don't know, 2 kiddos already. So cool stuff, man. But hey, man, I wanted to bring you on because I mean, you're building. You're building. You're doing some great things in your business, and 24-year-old. If you can do it, you think other people can do it?
Anybody. Hear me out right now. Everybody that is listening, I don't know, 10, 14, 15,000 people. From where I have gone in my life, and I can tell you right now, I have been to the bottom, and I can tell you right now, there have been people in worse positions than me. I can say, I've lost someone in my life at a young age, and I've struggled with drugs, alcohol, and I've been through and seen things that you couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy. And if I can get there and make the decision to say, you know what, either you're going to end up in the ground, or you can take full control of your life and have and be anything that you want, then it's all up to you. And when that clicked, and when I found you, Vick, and honest to God, when I found you, I knew instantly this was it. This was the life change I'm going to have. And you know, in April, I actually was able to quit my job. You know, I was working in a retail store, a place that I'm telling you, I hated. You know, and I know everybody hates that job feeling, but to have that feeling to say that I could quit my job and achieve one of my goals, it was the most amazing feeling, and it was because of you, Vic. It was because of BIM. It was because, you know, you guys made me believe. It's the vision you have. It's the emotion, the drive that you have in yourself. It's the belief. No matter where you are in life, it does not matter. I'm telling you right now. I don't care where you are, who you are. If you're on the streets, it doesn't matter. You can do it. You can have it. I did it. You know. In Hawaii, like you said, we met in Hawaii. It was my father's dream vacation to go to Hawaii. He said to me, he never thought he would ever step foot in Hawaii. I was able to take and fly them out, my whole family, on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii. Guys, you can build your dreams. We had an event in Colorado. My dream, my goal was to drive cross country. Again, I had the time and the ability to go out and drive cross country and do the things that I've always dreamed of doing. And I'm only 24 years old, and I'm just getting started. So that tells you, no matter what your age is, who you are, you can do the same thing if you believe in yourself. Buckle down, focus, and just don't worry. Don't worry about what's there. Don't question about it. Don't be scared. You know what? I was scared at times. I was just scared of decisions I made, but you know what? I stepped through it. And making those decisions and passing my fears is what got me to where I am today.
Dude, that's incredible, man. What was it for you, Nick, that kind of flip the switch for you, if you will? I mean, there wasn't. How did it change? Because, you know, you're talking about how you were and, you know, all this. I
started getting involved. I started playing music. To be honest, you know, I'm a drummer. I love music. You know, I have a passion behind music, and I started playing. And what happened was, I had this revelation, as you want to call it, to just inspire other people to be able to do anything they want, to live their dream, to be able to do anything you want in life, because anything is possible. And when I buckled down and focused and finally started working on my mind and, you know, working on my subconscious and paying attention to the things I was doing to myself, the negative decisions I was making in my life. Like, you know, in the compound effect, they say, you know, you write down, track your stuff, track what you do on a daily basis, because you know what? It's going to come to your conscious mind, and you're going to realize the things you're doing to destroy your life. Guys, I spend around 4 hours a day just working on myself, reading, writing, listening, anything I can to expand my knowledge, my mind, and my self-control.
Awesome, brother. Awesome stuff. Congratulations to you, man. It's you know, you're talking. You're an inspiration, man. Cool stuff.
Honestly, I just thank you so much for having me on here. You know, again, with all you guys, it's amazing. It's truly a blessing. It's a dream come true. So, you know, Vic, again, thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for everything. It means the world to me, because 6 months ago or a year ago, you could have told me I'd be sitting in front of 10,000 people talking to them. I would tell you, you're crazy. You're crazy. And it's happening right now. Because I believe. I believe. No matter what, I believe.
Hey, brother, you going through the 30-day program?
Yes, I am.
How's that affecting you?
That program, I'm telling you right now, that is going to take me, I'm telling you right now, Vic, I told you, my goal, November 10th, 2013, I will have $299,999.74 sitting in my account. And that is because I know this program, it is bar none the best thing out there. There is nothing better. Guys, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, there is nothing out there that will change your life. If you guys are just willing to sit down, buckle down, and follow this stuff, I promise you it will change your life. I can't guarantee you're going to make money, income disclaimer, whatever there may be there, but the reality of it is if you follow this, your life will change. I promise you. I am living proof.
I believe it too. You're, I can tell you started to speak a little differently, man. The last time I spoke to you, you were fired up, but you're like, right now, there's something's happening for you. That's good, man. I appreciate, brother. You're on your way to the top 24. I mean, you're gonna be, getting your millionaire's income probably in a year.
That ring, I'll have that ring. I know for a fact I will have that ring on my fingers.
Yeah, cool, bro. Cool, good to have you on. Proud of you. Mr. Paulo Barroso is left. What's up, brother? What time is it in UK right now where you are? Is that like morning time already or what?
Oh, man. First of all, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, man. Loud and clear.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning, Nick. I mean, Vic.
5 o'clock?
It is, man.
Smiling, you're on fire.
And I'm on fire. This is my passion, Vic.
Hey, bro, let me ask you, how does it feel to know that you don't have to wake up in the morning, at like 7 o'clock to go to a job, and you can just, roll over instead of rolling out? How does it feel, bro?
It's wonderful, man. I mean, I used to get up for work around in about half an hour's time. I would be up for work to go and drive another 55 miles and be all stressed out, and being able not to do that anymore, man, it's a wonderful feeling. So I don't even call it work. Hanging out with you guys, hanging out with our mastermind group, which is a wonderful lifestyle, man. I love it, man. Look at the big smile on my face. It's 5 in the morning. I've been up since like 8 or 9 this morning, but I'm still here, and I'm fired up, man. I'm so happy to be here, and with what you're doing, by the way, which is something I'll talk in a minute. So I'm really fired up.
Yeah, man. Well, I wanna hear. I mean, you got. I mean, you're up and coming star, and you made a lot of money through this, through the Big Idea Mastermind and Power Network and what we're doing, and you're in 100% alignment with what we're doing here. But it wasn't like that for you, Also, I mean, you were struggling for a few years, until you decided to take this stuff seriously and turn your life around. I wanna, I mean. Again, there might be some people who are in your shoes, like you were, I don't know, 7 years ago or 5 years ago or 3 years or maybe even a year ago. I don't know. Where were you? What changed? How did it change? For you, if you would, share it with everybody real quick, Paul. I know you got.
Sure.
You got a lot of things you can share, but just kind of pin it down to if somebody was just starting out, what would you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be brief because obviously I can't be here for an hour telling my story, and I think you need to give it a good hour to explain obviously where I came from. Basically, I'm a Portuguese immigrant. Okay, I arrived in England when I was 18 with no English. I had no special skills because I didn't finish college, and I didn't have a lot of money. So I got into a profession, became a printer, and I had no focus in life. I had no purpose. I absolutely fell into a profession that I didn't like. It wasn't my passion. So I just went through it, and I actually did quite well. I became a boss for the company that I was working as a printer for, but I had no purpose. And I've shared with some of the panelists that I used to be paid on the 1st of each month, and by the 10th, I was completely broke, and I had no money in the bank. So I had a lot of struggles. So it was tough because I was married with 2 young children, and I couldn't provide the things to put even food on the table or take them for a holiday. I wasn't able to do that, so I didn't feel much of a man, really. Being the man of the house, I couldn't provide that for them. So that was my why. You see, I needed the why to change my life, and I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to work from home, and I wanted to spend time with my kids, because I used to leave home, as I was saying, like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I would be out of the house and not come back until 8, sometimes even 9 o'clock at night. So I never used to see my kids, So my why was, I don't want to be broke anymore. The pain was unbearable. I work all these hours. I have a nice job, yet I'm broke. You know, I want to look at my children and be able to take them to Disney World, which was a promise that I've made them since they were babies. That one day Daddy's going to take you to Disney World. And guess what, guys? Because of the pain of not being able to do those things, what I decided to do was I'm going to change my life because it became unbearable. And do you know when it gets to a point in your life where everything becomes unbearable and you can't do it anymore? I mean, I was getting depressed and all that, and it's not nice to be depressed, you know? And I had to change my life. I was fed up of being broke, and I could see there were people making money. And my thing was internet marketing. I wanted to get into internet marketing. Why? Because I love computers. I wanted to work from home, and I wanted to have the internet lifestyle. You know, I didn't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work and drive like nearly 100 miles there and back. So I decided to, in my quest to look for something out there on the internet that, you know, I was going to give it my whole, and I failed at everything. You know how I laugh because Vick is the king of traffic, and I was the king of failure because everything I tried in the past, nothing worked. And believe you me, guys, I tried everything online. I used to suffer from the shiny object syndrome, which some of you know what I mean. I used to buy everything. And you know what? I was very good at failing at everything because I would try something for 7 days or maybe give it maybe 4 weeks. And because I wasn't a millionaire by then, I would give it up and then go to the next deal. So I was always, and I bought all sorts of push button softwares and everything. I tried everything, guys, and nothing seemed to work. And the reason that was, it's because I had no focus. The mindset was wrong because I was like a crap magnet. Do you guys know what a crap magnet is? So I was just bringing all the crap into my life because I was so negative. Because I was watching TV, watching the news, reading newspapers, hanging around with people who were broker than me and taking their advice. So I was like a crap magnet. So everything was really going wrong for me, guys. And what changed, just to compress my story, because obviously I can't be here all night with you guys, was I found a mentor. In my quest to look for someone who could actually teach me, you know, how to change my life, I was fortunate enough to meet a mentor who actually took me from where I was to where I am today, and that person is Vick Strizheus. And how I came across him, I researched Vick online. I was looking for traffic again. I was looking for another deal, and I came across Vick, and I asked him if he would be kind enough to coach me because I was in such a bad place. You know, I was broke. You know, I wanted to make my wife proud because she kept seeing me failing. And by the way, guys, I failed for 8 long years. So I was online failing and failing and failing for 8 long years. So Vick very kindly accepted me as a student because I've asked him, can I be your own apprentice? Vick very kindly took me under his wing, and all he said to me, in order to change my situation, in order to change my life, in order to change, you know, have success in my finally online was, you need to create the foundations, Paolo, because at the moment you've been taking courses, you've been going to seminars, I've been listening to webinars all my life, but I didn't have the foundation in place. And that foundation was the mindset that I needed. And I didn't have the mindset. As I was saying, I was a crap magnet. I was so negative. I used to blame everyone else but me. I used to keep saying, my sponsor doesn't help me, my this and that, the government, my parents didn't give me the right education. It wasn't their fault. It was until I took control of my own mind and started reading the books and start doing the things that Vick asked me to do. That's when everything changed. So to cut a long story short, what Vick done to me, which absolutely changed my mind, and Kappa was saying absolutely the same thing again. I done the 30-day program, which was obviously another program that Vick had before Big ID Mastermind. And I did those 30 days non-stop. And I did all the things that Vick asked me to do for 30 whole days. And I start reading the books, and I start listening to the audios, and I stop watching the TV and reading the newspapers and all the crap that the media gives you, which is poison to your mind, guys. And I tell you what, in the end of those 30 days, everything changed. I became a completely different person. And then my business started working. And then after those 30 days, Vick started obviously teaching me about the traffic and the marketing and all that, and everything changed. Money. Fast forward January 2013, this year when I joined Big ID Mastermind with Vic, I decided that this was going to be the business for me. It just resonated with me. I was on a webinar, just like the one you guys are right now, and somehow when Vic when he explained the vision about Big ID Mastermind, there was no website. He just told us what was his vision. I just got it. Within a split second, I told myself, this is the one for me. This is the one that I will be able to retire my wife and give up my job, because I was still full-time until this year, until April this year. So in January when I joined Big ID Mastermind, I went all in. I decided that I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my horse capers on. I'm going to just do Big ID Mastermind. I'm going to do it 100%. I'm going to go all in, and it's this or nothing. Best decision ever. Vic in February invited me to an all-in event that he was having in Miami. And I mean, I've never flew to America before. I've never been in the States before. And he went to me, come to the US. We're staying in the St. James Palm Hotel, which is like a really expensive resort. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't have the money. But you know what? Was like, I knew if I was going to attend that event, my life would change. Do you know what I did? I borrowed that money to go there, because I've just spent all the money in going all in and all that, and I had to be there. So I made a decision, guys, to change my life. And I knew, I just knew that if I would go to Miami to meet Vic in person, and see him in person, and look him in the eye, that I would make it in this business. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't have the money to go. And you know what I did? I had to borrow that money. And you don't even have to know where I got that money from, or what I had to do to borrow that money. That's another story for another time. And I've done that. I met Vic, and you know what, guys? It's there and then, by meeting Vic and meeting another 100 of the other beamers who were all in, that this was the life that I wanted for myself. This was what I wanted to. That was my purpose. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. That I finally found. Because in the past, you know, I just wanted to make a little money, this and that. But my purpose was to do this business to help others. Okay, so I remember the day I left Miami. He shook my hand. He looked me in the eye, and he said to me, "Paulo, I believe in you. I believe you are 100 grand a month person." Do you know what that did to me? It was like in a split second. I just saw it. I just completely believed Vic and his belief in me. So all my self-limited beliefs gone, absolutely gone. So by then, my mindset was right, the program was right, which was Big ID Mastermind. I knew the traffic, which is really the three components I needed. And guys, my earnings, it just went crazy. I remember in Miami, Vic, you asking me and asking everybody, what was your to write the income goal, guys. I wrote it down back in February when I was in Miami. Vic, was $250,000 for this year. I thought to myself, if I could at least make $250,000, and remember, guys, I've never made this kind of money before. I failed. I lost over $30,000 plus trying to make it online. So I told myself, if I could make dollars this year, I'll be the happiest man alive. And guess what, guys? Fast forwarding to where are we now? September. I've earned over $265,000 in 8 months. Now, FTC disclaimer: this is not average. It's not typical. But then again, I'm not a typical guy. I had to do things, yeah, that normal people don't want to do. I had to get my ass off to Miami, to fly to Miami to meet Vic and spend all this money in something that I decided that this was the one for me, guys. And I'm blessed, and I'm really, really happy that I've made that decision, because my life has completely changed. I was able to sack my boss. I was able to give up my work back in April. I resigned. It was a dream of mine to resign from a job that I didn't believe in. I was so unhappy that I was depressed. I was hanging around with the wrong people. All of them broke it in me, and yet I was taking advice from these people anyway. But now my life is completely different. I hang around now with people who actually do a lot better than me. I hang around with millionaires, guys. And this is what you need to do. If you want to be to a place, if you want to be where Vick is, then hang around with Vick. If you want to know what Vick does, then join Big Idea Mastermind and find out exactly in the back office what he does. It's all there in black and white. All I did was I plugged in into a system. I didn't reinvent the wheel here, guys. Particularly clever or talented, but yet again I've managed to make that money because I've applied everything that Vick has told me on the video. Okay, it's all there in the back office. All I did, I feel like a fake, guys. I really do, because all I did was followed the videos in the back office, and I followed the 30-day program. So my golden nugget for this evening, really, that really changed me, was definitely mindset. When I took control over my mindset is when everything changed. Then everything fell into place. Because in the past, I've taken all the courses under this earth, I went to all the seminars, I've done all the webinars, and then I would go and buy traffic for that particular program or business, and it never worked. And you know what? I used to blame the program, and I used to blame the sponsor and all that. It was nothing to do with that. It was to do with me. Can you guys see that? If you guys notice that all the problems that you've got right now in your life, problems with anybody, with any companies, with anything whatsoever, you are always there. Have you noticed that? You know, I really start questioning myself. Why am I blaming everybody else? Because no matter what program I joined, I mean, and I'm not going to mention names here, but I've joined a lot of them. There were people making money there, but yet I wasn't making money. So it wasn't until I really looked inside and took, you know, matters in my own hands, and I started learning about mindset, nothing worked for me. And then after the 30 days, which is, by the way, it's a wonderful, wonderful product. That is the product that you guys need to get your hands on, because it is the product that changed my life. Hands on my heart, guys, and I'm speaking from the heart here. God honest truth, that's the program that changed me. So you was asking me earlier, Vic, what would be the thing that I could, you know, really pinpoint and say that's the reason for my success? Definitely mindset, and definitely the 30-day program that you devised. That program has changed my life, man, and it's something that I really stand by. So. And
I believe, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you actually went through the first version that we had when I first got an idea for it, right? Which was not even as elaborate as this current one. And I just can't wait to see where you're gonna go with this thing, man. Because you got your act together. You're in alignment with what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. You got clear on that stuff, guys. This is, I mean, as you're listening to these people, I hope you folks realize that, listen, we're not somebody special. If you're on this webinar and you're like, man, are those guys somebody? I mean, you have to be somebody special. You have to have some kind of connections or whatever in order to be successful. No, you don't. You just have to want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you can have it. If you just realize that, everybody starts out from zero. Everybody started out. Everybody on this panel right now, we all started out from zero. From zero. A lot of us started out from actually, lower than zero. Being in the hole financially. Guys, my message to you tonight is: listen, go after your dream. Don't let anybody stop you. Some of you guys are going to take action tonight. Some of you guys are going to go through the 10K challenge. You guys are going to take this, right? You guys are going to go through the 30 days to 10K program, okay? You will go through it as if your life depended on it. You will get phenomenal results. You will get results that will just, you can't even comprehend right now, right? Folks, some of you will go through that, okay? Some of you guys are going to be the biggest success stories on the internet, right? Some of you guys are going to be the next Polo Barrosos, the next, Juliuses, the next Mileses and Marks and Kappas and, BJs and Cindy's and Ellis. I mean, so some of you guys are going to be up on stage getting your own million. There's somebody asking me, what this ring is for. This is the ring that I got at Empower Network Denver event. It represents, $1 million earned in a certain period of time. For me, that happened to be like 2.5 months. My first 2.5 months starting Big Idea Mastermind, I've earned over, $1 million. I hit $1 million. My goal right now, friends, I can retire and just live life comfortably for the rest of my life, probably, right? What the thing that drives me, guys, is I want Paulo Barrosos, I want Marks, I want Nicks, I want you guys to be, to be where I'm at right now. I want to duplicate myself as much as possible. That's the thing that drives me right now. And there's a lot of people who are going to be, who are going to take this stuff seriously. And there's some of you guys are going to be, some of you guys will say, well, I don't know about that, and you'll just go out there and start searching. But let me tell you something, friends. There is something huge coming in the next about 30 days. Now, we're doing this very strategically. Okay. Now, the 30 days to 10K program, we just released that. The 10K challenge that we're launching, again, it goes hand in hand with the 30 days to 10K program. You see the correlation there, right? You go through it. It's 30 days. All right. Our intention is to get you to 10,000 per month by October 31st. Again, this is our intention. If you're going to do the actions, if you're going to do the plan, I am confident you will never, ever be the same marketer, ever be the same person again. Okay. So when you do that, what's going to happen, guys, is you will prepare yourself, because there is a huge, massive wave that's about to rise. Okay, it's called ENV2. Okay, Empower Network version 2. Folks, imagine this: every single marketer, every single entrepreneur, every single online, offline business owner, flower shop owners, mom and pop, gas station owners, people who whatever, who sell I don't know, pens and little gadgets at the at their little stores, online or offline. Folks, imagine being able to reach all those people with something that they desperately want to buy. Because here's the thing, I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you want to make the most money in your business, if you want to become financially independent and do it quickly, okay, what you need to do is you need to understand positioning, right? You need to understand how to see an opportunity, right, and position yourself in front of the wave that's coming, and so that the wave is going to take you and you're going to ride it all the way to the bank, right? Listen, if I can help you solve your financial challenges, if I can help you solve the money issue, right, I am confident that you can go out there and figure out how to be happy, okay? Let me tell you something. What you have seen so far, okay, what we did with Big Idea Mastermind so far, okay, guys, we are just getting started. If you can imagine that, we are just getting started. I'm telling you, 30 days from now, you can either be a part of it or you can watch from the side. Okay, there's going to be people popping up like Paulo Barroso on a monthly basis. Okay, there's going to be people who are going to be joining this. There are people who are going to be building teams into thousands every single month. Folks, Empower Network is launching a brand new platform. Okay, something that has never been done before, and every single marketer, all of those critics, all of those people saying, well, yeah, whatever, we heard about it, they will all be joining. Not necessarily for the business, but they'll be joining to get the product, okay? Because if you can imagine, something like, I'll just give you a glimpse, folks, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, blogging, combined into one platform to where you'll be able to take your cell phone, you'll be able to take your iPhone or your smartphone, you'll be able to blog from your cell phone, all right? How awesome would it be to shoot a video on your cell phone and post it? How awesome would it be to have a blog with, with a series of mini blogs to where you can have it on virtually an unlimited number of blogs, an unlimited number of sites in different niches, different markets, different, promoting different things, right? That's all feeding your central hub, right? Folks, how awesome do you think it would be when you have an opportunity that's going to open its doors to the entire world? You see, right now, it's only been to the U.S. or to the English-speaking market, okay? United States, Canada, Australia, people who speak the English language, right? How awesome would it be? How powerful is it going to be when we open the doors, right, into China and Russia and Germany and Spain and Italy and France and all these other countries, right, Spanish-speaking communities, and they go into those countries in their native languages, right? getting, just totally being specifically designed for that country. Does that make sense? Folks, the opportunity, I'm telling you, is mind-blowing. I mean, what's going to happen in the next 30 days is going to explode. If you're positioned right now, okay, this is a perfect timing for you to get positioned. Because when you position yourself right now, you will capitalize on this wave. I told you a second ago that for you to make big money in this industry really, really quickly, you need to understand positioning, right? And you need to get positioned, and you need to capitalize on the big opportunities that's coming. Guys, I'm telling you, this opportunity is going to be probably the biggest opportunity this industry has ever seen to date. Okay? You can be a part of it, or you can watch it from the side. Okay? It's going to be up to you. Okay? Listen, there is no special magic trick that we're going to give you, but I will give you a roadmap to follow. I will give you a program that's laid out, and I think if you cannot succeed with this, then you should probably just go get a job and work for somebody, because chances are good that you will probably fail with anything else that you try out there, because this is that simple, it's that comprehensive, all right, and it's really, really newbie friendly. I'm telling you, all these guys on the panel, they're all going through the program, right? And it's if I had to start over, knowing what I now know, that I mean, the last thing I want to do is brag, folks, okay? But I was able to get me to the position, to the level right now, to where you just decide, you just decide how much do you want to earn, and it happens. It happens. It virtually happens. Okay, folks. When you don't have to worry about money, that's where I'm at right now, right? And so I want to replicate myself, and I'm looking for leaders. Okay, we have leaders starting to emerge right now, right? So if you resonate with our vision, listen. If you don't resonate with this, please stay away, okay? Because we're gonna kick you out anyways, okay? We don't tolerate negativity. We don't tolerate if you're gonna be, if you're someone who is looking at this and you are going to, and you have your arms crossed and you're looking at this and and you're saying, okay, prove it to me, right? Listen, if you're that kind of person, you're in the wrong place, Hope take the knowledge that we the tips and suggestions and strategies that we've been talking about on this. Take this, right? Implement in your business. Go out there, make it happen. All right. You don't want to be a part of us, okay? Now, if you are someone who says, listen, I want to be a part of a group of people who are going somewhere. I want to be a part of something bigger than myself. I want to be a part of something that's out there to make a bigger difference in the industry, in the world. And I want to do something great. I want to actually, first of all, help myself get to the level to where I don't have to worry about anything, right? And then, but my burning desire is I really want to make a difference in this industry. I really want to do something significant. I really want to do something that would benefit other people, right? Then we invite you. Okay, I would like to invite you to the Big Idea Mastermind. The doors are open. Actually, we're going to wrap this up in a couple of minutes here, but there's a button right below this video. If you click on it, it's going to take you to the pledge page. You do have to pledge, and what I mean by pledge is this, and you're going to say, there's 6 basic things you need to agree to. Okay, no complaining. You're going to be a team player. You're going to do everything we're going to tell you to do. Pledging, right? So if you agree to that stuff, right, you're going to, submit your pledge. It's going to take you to a page to where you'll be able to sign up with Big Idea Mastermind if you're not a member already, okay? And we'll get going, okay? So next week we're going to have a special webinar to where we're going to kick this off, the 10K challenge, right? If you're already a part of a power network, if you're on another team or something like that, right? Guys, we don't cross recruit here. We don't cross pitch anything here. We're just building our dreams. All right. What you can do is you can take, kind of take a look at what we're doing. Take a look at what other people are doing that's working for them, right? And see if you can pull some of these ideas into your business. Okay, folks. I believe in abundance. I don't believe in in kind of trying to pull you over. That's if you're already in a power network, stay with your member, stay with your leader, stay with your team, stay where you are. Learn the strategies, because we don't. I do stuff openly. I don't. A lot of my stuff is very strategic, but a lot of this stuff is just it's open, right? If you just model some of the things that we do, you're gonna get phenomenal results, okay? Because it works for us. It's pretty sure it's gonna work for you, okay? But the challenge we're doing here is for Big Idea Mastermind members only. You have to be a member of Big Idea Mastermind to participate. You can participate. There is 5 different levels, okay? There is 5 different levels with Big Idea Mastermind, and your levels depend on how, what products you purchase with Empower Network. Okay, so best thing you can do is, if you are able to, is to get all the products, because you'll be positioned at the diamond level with Big Idea Mastermind, and this is the pinnacle. This is if if you're a diamond member, all of these guys on the panel, they're all diamond members. Okay, so if you're able to get all the products, get positioned to diamond, you'll get the whole enchilada. I mean, you'll get the M. I don't even know the degrees there, because I'm a college dropout. But you'll get like the highest degree in marketing you can ever learn, right? You can ever get. But you can actually get started for as low as $25. Okay, so if I can be here talking to you all night about this stuff, folks, but you will not understand this fully until you actually participate. Okay, until you actually get inside, get in the community, feel the vibe, right? Become a part of what we're doing here. Go through the system. Set up your stuff. Set up your site. We actually give you everything you possibly ever wanted, ever needed. We have new funnels coming up. We are taking things mobile right now. You probably have noticed that we are, we're going to start mobile campaigns for our members. We're going to be taking things really and just running with technology. Just kind of, being, going where the puck is going, because everything is going mobile right now, right? And so, I'm just fired up, man. I want you to be up on stage with us. I want you to be, getting your $50,000 or $70,000 checks that you have earned over the last 3 months. Because you can, my friend. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Be this kind of person who's gonna say, I can do this. If those guys did it, if Nick did it, if Miles did it, if Kappa did it, if Julius did it, if the girls did it, I mean, I can do it, right? Because you can. You can, my friend. Make a decision today. Listen, I'm gonna stop rambling. Hopefully, you guys got some value from this webinar. We will be doing our team stuff starting next week, so you want to be positioned, all right? Get inside. I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. We're gonna do something big with or without you. Hopefully, it's gonna be with you, and hopefully you'll be the one who's gonna decide to run with us. If you're in alignment with what we're doing, I look forward to having you on the team, guys. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be the biggest thing we have ever done. And if you thought this was big, people who like Paulo Barrosos and all these guys, we have a lot of success story. Guys, we're going to be the richest team in Empower Network, and not only in Empower Network, but in the network marketing industry. Guys, you don't have to believe me. Okay, you can watch us, or you can be a part of us. All right, simple as that. I will never convince you to do anything. Right? I'm here to tell you what we're going to do, and if you resonate, jump on this bandwagon, because we are going somewhere. We are going somewhere awesome. So. I hope to see you on the inside. Guys, thank you. Folks on the panel, I appreciate you guys. You guys are rock stars. Good to have you here. It's always awesome hanging out with you guys, and I appreciate you guys. It's been great. Man, we've been going on for 3.5 hours. Hey, I did tell you that I didn't want this to be 4 hours, right? So we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule.
Just on schedule.
Before we got started, I'm like, we had a little meeting. I said, guys, let's have this be under 4 hours. I don't want this to go on for 4 hours. So I think we're still good. I think we're still.
That's it. We achieved the goal.
yeah, we reached the goal, so we're good. We're good. Folks, I appreciate you all, guys. Let's get going. Hit the button below if you're not a member yet. Hit the button below. Let's get chopping. I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. We'll get you going as soon as you become a member. We'll see you guys on the inside. Hey guys, God bless you. See ya.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Oh,
wow.